Yeah.
Indeed. So I'm sure you all, well, I wouldn't say you all, because somebody saw it this morning, definitely realized when I placed on status on WhatsApp. The good news that the Reggae Boys got themselves in a favorable group to qualify for the 2026 World Cup. And let me read it for some of the persons who may not have heard. So that's Jamaica as the seeded team, Curacao, Trinidad and Tobago, Bermuda. So three teams, home and away, 6 games, top this group. Curacao, Trinidad and Tobago, Bermuda, and Jamaica will automatically qualify for the next FIFA World Cup scheduled for the summer of 2026. So it doesn't get any easier than this. Before we knew this, we knew that we wouldn't have faced Canada, Panama, and well, not Canada, Mexico, USA. We knew they were going to host it, so we didn't have to compete against them to qualify. Later on, we knew that we will avoid Panama and Costa Rica as well. And now we have avoided Guatemala, El Salvador, and Honduras. If Jamaica don't qualify for this World Cup, we need to take a break from football, people.
Yeah, man, it looked easier than even me did think
Yes.
it would look. Three Caribbean teams, all of whom we are ranked significantly higher than. We not no excuse.
Yes.
No excuse. And I made one or two little calls yesterday. The word is that there is no issue. You know, like just before every World Cup campaign, there's almost inevitably this bickering about money and salaries and that kind of thing. Up to this point, there's no such bickering. But part of the problem, probably it's a good thing because it appears that qualification is easier than now. Um, I think more and more people will now want to make themselves eligible to play, and therefore, if they are in a dissenting people who want to cause, because once you get to the World Cup, it's a bag of money for Jamaica, and I suppose a significant bonus to the players. So I don't think that we'll get the same round of money bickering now that the World Cup looks easier than ever to qualify for, with a significant bonus to those who get to get us there. So I don't expect that this time around.
Indeed. It's a good look, Reggae Boys, but you keep focus on the players I'm talking about. You have to just be focused on these games. These you have more talent. You are going to be more deeper than these teams, and you should be able, out of the 6 game, get more points than everybody else.
Yeah, and the other thing happening today is that fascinating test match between Australia and South Africa. I did feel Australia were the favourites. Most people would think that. But deep down, South Africa was never really done anything special at the senior level in cricket. Me almost have a soft spot for South Africa. They are generally regarded as the perennial chokers of not just world cricket, but world sport. Well, they are 69 runs away to winning the World Test Championships against the big Australian team. This man, and I was watching Mark Rambat, and it proper testing. The skipper Temba Bavuma batting with a hamstring injury. Proper test match. One gone 100, and I think Bavuma gone about 50 or 60. Well, I'll be silently cheering on for South Africa to finally do something to win an international title at the senior level in cricket. It would be long in coming, but they would have deserved. And a pitch today by the cricket is a very funny game. Day one, day two, the pitch had all kind of thing in it, ball a nip off the steam, ball a go out with that thing. Today, apart from the occasional one that kept low, proper batting pitch, no movement. If me run few laps, we could have probably scratched the ears for this. So it's the vagaries of Test cricket, but this one is you would have to now say South Africa are the favourites going into tomorrow's game. It'd be nice. Well, it'd be nice from their perspective, but don't rule out us.
All right,
Yeah,
indeed. The fact that both men ended not out on the day, definitely they are major favorites now.
there you go. All right.
At 6152841, that's 6152841, or 676 6968. That's 676 Now, listeners, you need to call because, as we said before, we have reports right through the program, so we'll be interrupted. So we have a report. The first report is at 1:15.
Right.
So, and you need to call through and don't wait and let your voice be heard on any sporting topic off your choice. See, call the program and not tag me in a group and come talk about the three teams. What you think? Because they're in an argument with a man there. Tell us your thoughts and what will happen over those 6 games. And it ends early in people. So you have the September window, October window, and the November window. So at the end of the November window, we will know if we will qualify for the World Cup automatically. Because remember, I think the two next best placed teams will play off. So you could potentially have 8 CONCACAF teams in the World Cup. But we don't want to be a part of that, listeners. We want to get the job done by November 20.
All right.
25.
Let's see. Obviously, Astar will give us the indication when we are good and ready to go. All right. So we hear the phone going off in the background. So as soon as we are ready to roll the ball. As you heard, today will be interrupted by a few reports from Prep School Champs. So let's start the ball rolling. Hello.
Hello, Orville Higgins.
Yes, sir.
Zidane.
Good afternoon.
Bless up yourself, man.
Bless you.
Oh, this sound like the referee.
Hola, man.
All
Yeah,
right.
broadcast the things, Bridget.
We never call no name though.
Anyway.
I will a parrot in the country.
The World Cup draw. Zidane.
Yes.
Listen, it may get much easier than this.
No, 2 years ago.
You understand? It may get much easier than this, but it's a tricky for Trinidad still.
Why would it be tricky?
Because to play in front of a raucous Hazley Crawford crowd, it's not going to be easy. I expect a victory still, but the atmosphere around Hazley Crawford is not easy.
Not
It
easy.
may rival the atmosphere in the Africa. However, with the quality team that Jamaica has,
Yes.
we should get through. Maximum 18 points, probably 17 points with a draw down there. But I am expecting us to win all of the games. Then.
Well, isn't Curacao seeing as a better team right now than Trinidad?
Yes, but they have a lot of French imports.
Yeah.
They have some players that play. They have 2 players that play on the Marseille team. I don't remember their name. I think one play up front with Mason Greenwood.
Mm-hmm.
Another one play in midfield. I know Curacao is a French colony.
Yes.
I believe.
Yes.
But I believe that Trinidad and Tobago would be, Caribbean rivals.
Because of the rivalry.
Yes. Our toughest opponent. But all in all, we wish them all the best. I hope that they're not to draw and get complacent and say, yeah, soup. We have to take each game on its merit.
Yes.
I really wish them all the best.
Yeah, but what we need to ensure,
you
saw you talk about
a short program.
Yeah, but you saw you talk about the crowd. Hold on, before you run it, so you talk about the crowd in Hazel Crawford Stadium. We want to ensure that the Jamaican public come out, even though it's Bermuda and Curacao and Trinidad, to jump at the stadium for these games.
That is it.
We don't want to drop no catches.
It can be intimidated down there.
Yeah.
If anybody who would have played a game or would have visited Trinidad, the Hazel Crawford Stadium is a huge stadium. And if anyone can call and tell you what a jam-packed Hazel Crawford Stadium is like, it's not nice.
Yeah. There you go.
It's not nice. But the football play on the field, in the plane of the stands, where them have them 12 and them 13 man.
Yeah.
But all in all, Jamaica all the way, then I have no doubt we're going to qualify. Even if we never in the group here, I have confidence in the team here. Because the best crop of players I would have seen assembled to represent the country. And I am sure that there will be others who will be brought in during the World Cup qualifiers campaign. But nevertheless, big up the reggae boys. Bless upon yourself.
Yeah, man.
All right.
Blessed love.
Big up.
All right. I won't say which referee that is, but
is it a referee or a former referee?
Well,
all right.
You could say farmer.
Yes, indeed. All right, talk to us, Asta. And remember, people who call the program and stop texting my phone number and we could discuss the thing.
Yeah, 615-2841 or 6766968. Those are the numbers, and limited time. Get your cards in as soon as you can. We go back on. Yeah, man.
Hello.
Best scrap off players.
Why you laugh?
Oh boy.
No man, some big baller.
Anyway.
Some big baller out there, Garvey, man. We play top level football, man. But you don't follow football.
Whatever, man. That's why the stadium half full because the people are not feeling that.
The stadium is what?
Half full, man.
No man, we get bigger crowds for
People
those.
not feeling that, man.
No,
half a ball for nobody come 98, man. Half a ball.
No man, the man promoting
like a ball now. Anyway,
hey, Garvey, you know, say you're gnawing, my boss.
Yeah, man, that's
because you're so intelligent. And when
well, boss, my time is short. Could you not waste my time?
All right.
So go worry about your half full stadium at the next time.
You say you're bad man as well too. You're bad man, the reggae boy.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yeah, man. You're bad man.
Hey, bad man.
You know why everything we feel. You know why everything we feel, you know. So you can have an argument.
Can I speak quickly to the National Hockey League? You know what the Stanley Cup is, Zidane?
A football me I deal with today.
Okay, for those who know what the Stanley Cup is, and in case you don't know, Zidane, the hockey season runs simultaneously with the basketball season. So when the Stanley Cup Finals is going on every year, so too is the NBA Finals. So usually on the off days on the NBA Finals, it's a game in the hockey, and the off days on the hockey, it's a game in the NBA Finals. Anyway, the Stanley Cup Finals this year between the Florida Panthers and the Edmonton Oilers, extremely exciting. 3 out of the 4 games have now gone to overtime. Last night, the Oilers came back from 3 goals down to win that game. And the series is now tied 2-2. Brilliant series. For all of those out there who want some excitement, check out the Stanley Cup playoff. Now, to address some issues yesterday. First thing, Zidane, after game 1 of the NBA Finals, when you attempted to troll me, what was the first thing I said to you?
I don't remember.
I said to you that the coach of the OKC messed up the game. Didn't I say that?
Yeah, you said.
I went on to say he disrespected Harkenstein by benching him, right? No, Preacher got through the day before me, right? And he said it. I wouldn't have said it unless I know that I had said it to you prior to coming on the radio. So I hope Preacher, I heard him come on yesterday trying to slide me. But Preacher, we don't need to piggyback off on nobody's argument. You dig? Next thing now, Mr. Higgins now. Mr. Higgins, with his idiotic question yesterday, asked me if coaching, if he was out coaching game 2. Now, any erudite sports fan that really follows sports knows that coaching don't come into play to blow out games as much as it comes into play in close games. So, obviously, in game 1 and game 3, coaching would be a lot more. You even said it when you was on here yesterday after my call, Mr. Higgins. So, you're killing your own self. It was an idiotic question, and that's why I didn't attempt to answer it. Now to you, Mr. Matthews. When I was on, I made reference to the fact that OKC was full court pressed by Indiana, and it led to a lot of the problems OKC had. I referenced the 3 steals that TJ McConnell had on inbound passes. When Preacher comes on, he says the very same thing, and you agree with it.
Did I disagree?
I see that.
Hold on, give me a chance. When you mentioned the full court press and all of that, did I disagree with you?
When Preacher also mentioned the fact that the coach...
Answer my question, that's all.
The time is short.
When you
mentioned
you're too dishonest, Garvey, man.
When Preacher also mentioned the fact that the coach made the move to bench Harkenstein before the series was started, you never challenged me.
I did after...
me.
No, but you came on and I did tell...
Preacher.
I never challenged you.
You of one thing.
No, I never challenged you, boss, when you mentioned the coaches. When Badger come on and say, but the man in the man with the new starting line.
To be cuddled like that, it must be a good feeling, eh?
Why?
Take
your licks, man. The man, if they're not shame me, my boss, reggae boy shame you. It's a shameful week for in terms of sporting prediction. Hope it's a better week next week. We take a break.
We take a break.
And we have the report. We're coming back.
Jamaica! It's time for Make a Move with Jamaica Moves. The Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition is here. 8 challenges, 8 months, 1 healthier workforce. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This national movement pushes companies to compete, connect, Connect. Transform your workplace one challenge at a time. Launch date Thursday, June 19, 2025. Register your company online at moh.gov.jm and lock in your spot. The Jamaica Moves Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition, creating healthier workplaces for a healthier Jamaica.
Munchy, munchy, tasty munchy, delicious munchy for the whole family. Munchy, munchy, crispy and crunchy. Don't be grumpy, grab a munchy. Munch into happiness with the #1 original milk shortcake biscuit, Munchie. Try the tasty Hawaiian coconut, ginger munchie, crunchy lemon puff munchie, or the milky munchie. A Munchie family is a happy family. Munchie, the original milk shortcake with original taste. Grab a Munchie today.
Your Saturday afternoon has gotten better. Omega Radio Sports, 1 to 4 p.m. We give you updates, previews, reviews, and in-depth sports discussions. Our knowledgeable hosts and guests will have you glued to your radio with the latest sports topics and engaging conversations as we navigate the sporting landscape to keep you on top of things. That's Omega Radio Sports, Saturdays 1 to 4 p.m. Don't miss it. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody. Omega Radio Sports is sponsored by Omega Radio Network. To sponsor this program, you can contact us at
876-204-9356.
For financial news and the latest developments in the business community and economy, Financially Speaking is the top choice. Join me, your host Errol Gregory, Mondays and Wednesdays at 12:30 p.m. as we look at current economic issues, provide small business tips, and help you to build your business and portfolio. That's Financially Speaking, sponsored by Jamaica Stock Exchange, JSC Online Trading.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
Something good. Hey, joins me, Jermaine Morgan, popular known as your Brother Frisco, on Omega Radio Thursdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. through to 9 inside the Praise the Lord show, and Saturdays and Sunday morning from 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio show. Tune in and be blessed. You can't afford to miss this show with Brother Frisco on your radio. What you gotta
Praise the Lord and God bless you. This is Archbishop Wayne Jonathan Manning I from Omega Radio. We'd like to inform the listening audience that effective immediately, KLAS Radio is officially Omega Radio now. You are listening to Omega Radio. Tell everybody, the station where Jesus Christ is the star. God on Sports. Sensible. 89 FM, Jamaica. Tell a friend, call a friend, tell everybody.
Kingdom Soldiers, A Journey Productions and the Fully Jesus Movements present your next mission. Prince Haj, Fully Jesus album launch, Saturday, June 14, 2025 at the Swallowfield Chapel. Deployment time, 6 p.m. sharp. Hosted by ITLS. Performances by Jaron Nurse, Audie Spencer, Ryan Davis, and many more. You don't want to miss this one. Pre-sold, 4,500. VIP, come on, 8,500. Tickets available at sporopen.com and selected outlets. Follow Fully Jesus album launch on Instagram for more information. One mission, one message. Holy Jesus, soldiers, report for duty.
This is Heather White Davis McDonald, and I'm inviting you to join me Tuesdays at 11:30 a.m. to 12 midday for Let's Reason. We will be reasoning on real life issues with real people. So join me and be blessed.
Do you want to go deeper in the word? If yes, then join me, Prophetess Denise San, every Wednesday at 11:15 a.m. for the Crossover Experience, where we will go beyond the surface, exploring the keys to kingdom living for a successful spiritual life in a real world according to the Word of God. That's the crossover experience on Wednesdays at 11:15 a.m.
Going through a storm, but I won't go down. I hear your voice carried in the rhythm of the wind to call me out.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, I understand that Davian Nugent is not quite ready for us for that report from the primary school champs. So it's we'll go back to business as usual.
Yeah, but before we go, listen to how Garvey is dishonest and disingenuous and disgusting, listeners. Oh, in a half a stadium, I will not beg for people come. And in 98, they never needed to do that. That is not true, Garvey. And the fact that you're much older than I am, it means that you know more about what was happening in 98 than me. And in the early stages, people, we all know that other people were going to the stadium. When the campaign gathered momentum and it appeared that we were in a good position, big crowds started to come. When they had a little wobble in the middle, the crowds went. You remember that El Salvador game at the National Stadium when Andy Williams scored that goal? The stadium empty.
All right.
So stop it, Garvey.
Understand, are we ready for the report now? All right. So we'll go to Davian for a report on prep school champs.
This live report from the GK Insurance and GK Mutual Funds National Prep Schools Championship is sponsored by Munchie's Biscuits, distributed by Massey Distributors, Munchie, munching to happiness. And GK Insurance and GK Mutual Funds is your insurance and mutual funds brand from Grace Kennedy.
Welcome back to the National Stadium to Mecca, the Medina of Jamaica. I am David Nugent. With me here, a very, very special guest, Mr. Wayne Robinson. I hope I got that right. He's the chairman of Jesus Sports. Welcome, Mr. Robinson. How are you doing today?
Good, sir. Thank you for having us. Good afternoon to your listeners.
Well. You know, I want to start off on a note because I've been following the development.
When it's kind of laying a foundation for the funding that is required for a meet like this and for events like this.
You know, funding is important, and I always have to get to the sponsors first. And I'll tell you what, your sponsors have been fantastic over the 2 days that they've been here. Little Caesars, they've been giving away stuff. GK Mutual, GK Insurance have been giving away stuff. Every hour and the hour there's a giveaway. So the folks who are at home and listening to
and they've covered the meet with insurance, so the meet is covered.
There you go. So, everybody is insured at the meet. So I have to say to your sponsors, Sunshine Snacks, they gave away prizes yesterday in the lunch break. So I have to say to the sponsors, they've done a wonderful job this year, and I'm looking forward to seeing if you guys can get some more sponsors next year.
Well, you know, what I would love to happen is for the sponsors to benefit not just from putting on the meet today, but to infiltrate the schools with their products. There are 41, 42 schools here. We'd love all these schools to have access to the products of the sponsors. So there's a continuity to the stakeholdership of the schools, whether it is be the students themselves through the policies, the teachers of the schools, the parents of the schools, the alumni of the schools. But anything that gives the sponsor an improvement in bottom line helps us when we negotiate with them and gives them something back for their money and gives them an ability to pay forward into the generation coming.
Everybody benefits.
So we want the benefit not just for the championship, we want the benefit to be continuous.
Yeah, a cycle. So they benefit, you benefit, everybody benefits. Wonderful. Let's talk about the schools. I heard you say 42 schools here this year. Compare that to last year. Is that an improvement or?
It's about the same. It might be a little bit Yeah, it might be about the same as last year. The truth is, generally, I think we have 7 parishes represented here. People are all the way from the other side of the island, and that's good. We have 2,000 athletes approximately. That's also good. Wow. And it's really first about participation and fun. Yeah, because at this level, the vast majority of them are not going to be making national teams. But this is probably the only opportunity they'll run international, the brand new national stadium. We're taking a lot of pictures with a lot of videos because for posterity, an experience. Yes, it is an experience, and they may never go on to be great athletes, but they participated at prep champs.
Yeah, and again, to remind themselves of those photos of 2025 when I won a medal at prep champs.
Absolutely. Or you come last. But you run. Yes, but you run. And that is the important thing. That participation, that having fun, that getting the opportunity and the exposure of a national championship with the best sort of equipment. I mean, I have world-class athletics over there during the time. I've main event doing the board. I've DTV doing all the replays, etc. I have world-class. I have a world-class team of officials out there. So you're getting what you're seeing at the national championships. You're getting what you saw last week at the international meet and what you saw at the Grand Slam meet. You're getting that here. Yes. So it gives them an experience that they can keep for the rest of their lives. That for us is the big thing. So they can say that they experience the same thing as Shelley got to experience a week or so. That's it, sir. Yes, that's it, sir. That's the big thing. So while we want everybody to win, that can happen. But the winner is the fact that you participated, you have an experience. Yeah, man. I've just been told, though, I don't want to undercut you, that you actually have one more school this year than last year. So just come on and say up by one. So let's take it on. You have 42 schools representing 7 parishes. Is there any plan to expand that to get maybe 8, 9, 10 parishes involved, 50, 60 schools involved? Again, let me tell you, I would love to get to the stage where we have development meets all over the country. All the parishes get to come in. That requires a kind of commitment of background and funding that is important. It's for school to travel in from Bel Air, for example, here, to travel in from Manchester to come to Kingston. It's not a joke. They have to stay for 3 days. Yeah. And if they make it to the finals, the semi-finals are today, they make it to the finals tomorrow, they have to find accommodation, etc. for 3 days. It's a big commitment to get everybody in. But the truth is, so far so good. We have work to do to get all parishes in. But again, if we continue with this, it will attract the best we have from around the country. That's just about a minute before we have to throw back to regular programming. I'll give you that minute just to say if you want to send a shout out to any sponsors or anyone. Well, just a minute. I have to recognize the sponsors. I mentioned already GK has come on board big time. And again, we really appreciate them. We appreciate all the support around GK. So I mentioned Little Caesars, I mentioned Pure Water, I didn't mention Splurt, but Sunshine. I want to mention Atlas, I want to mention Short Time, I want to mention TGView, I want to mention all the people who have stepped up to put there a little bit in ensuring that we have a smooth meet and a high quality meet. Because again, this is where it starts. And not because it's a track and field here, we have World Championship coming up, yes, but more important than ever making a national team is making a school team and coming out to run. And I'm saying to all the parents of school supporters of schools, prep schools, turn out today, turn out tomorrow. Come and look at your grandson run. Yes. Don't watch it and the thing alone, the field of there you go. There you go. Out there. 1 minute, I thought the kids were going to go crazy all over the place. But I tell you what, we have come to the end of this report. We have a few more reports right over the day. I think O'Shea Hudson will be joining me in doing those reports. But for this report, I want to say thank you. I want to make sure I mention my sports committee. They've done a fantastic job. They're the organizers of this meet and do all the dirty work. Thank you very much. The director of digital sports. As I said, we'll continue to support. We'll have another report shortly. But for the third time today, this is David Nugent sending you back to the studios of Omega Radio.
This live report from the GK Insurance and GK Mutual Funds National Prep Schools Championship is sponsored by Munchie's Biscuits, distributed by Massey Distributors, Munchie into happiness. And GK Insurance and GK Mutual Funds is your insurance and mutual funds brands from Grace Kennedy.
It's now time for Sports in a Minute, sponsored by Edgechem, Western Sports, Megamart, Spectrum Insurance Brokers, D'Angelo Auto Spears and Accessories Limited, and Fosrich.
Emma Raducanu, who was outclassed by world number 5, St. Wayne, in the quarterfinals at Queens. She showed flashes of her quality, but ultimately failed to support the Olympic champion in front of the packed crowd. Raducanu took a medical timeout after the first set, having struggled with back passing over the pack. And that's your sports.
Sports in a Minute was sponsored by Edgechem, changing lives 1 gallon at a time. Western Sports, the sports people. Megamart, best value by far. Spectrum Insurance Brokers, setting the industry standard. D'Angelo Auto Spears and Accessories Limited at 20 Balmoral Avenue, Kingston 10, and shop number 10, 1A Chapelton Road. Call 876-929-9146. And Fosrich.
Listen up, Jamaica. At Fosrich, everybody's getting a solar water heater. $20,000 deposit. 6 months to pay. What a deal. Fosrich financing.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Redstone, Heineken, True Milk, Ranks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart, best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Law Use Act.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so we're back here online. And in between reports, we still welcome your call. 615-2841 or 676-6968. We go back online. Hello.
Yes, good afternoon, gentlemen.
Good afternoon, Montsele.
Yeah, Zidane, what I left this thing here. Zidane, let me go ask you a scenario, Zidane. All right. So, you are one spinner, and Mr. Higgins are one spinner, right? And if I come on the radio every day, and for a few years, and I say, I don't like no spinner, I don't rate them. So no matter what, and if the hosts are even give figures of any spinner at all, and you say you still not rate them a fast bowler and go get us to the top, right? And then you know, Mr. Higgins, no, you Mr. Matthews, now have a very world performance, and I say I would pick you. No, without the act. Isn't that a contradiction to your original statement?
Yes.
So if you get caught in that, just move on, man.
Man. So he has no move from putting anybody in a hat and just anyone come out, you pick them too. Yes, I pick that man because he did well.
Right, and so even you listening in the debate over the years, Mr. Matthews, have you ever heard about you say you don't pick any spinner off a performance?
No, sir.
No, man say the man say clear. The man say put them in a hat and anyone come out, you just put him there.
Yes, because he said they're not going to get us to the top.
Yeah.
So if one of them have any, because me see much I make it about Carnival, you know, but it's not about, even though he say it about Carnival, don't get me wrong, but it's not really about Carnival, you know. It's about the principle of what he said before, you know.
Yes.
You understand? So it's about all the spinners in the Caribbean. So if he come out now and Tuesday and say, he would have pick Warrican based on Warrican performance. It's a contradiction to the original statement.
Yes.
So if we can get set, let's take it and move on back here. Right. So I heard Garvey yesterday, I am not claiming to be the no big caller to the program and all of that. I'm just a little normal caller call the program. But one thing I can tell you, Garvin, you say, me go take CC, you say me must go take CC debate. First of all, CC me run out about Michael Jordan best 5 years. And I jump up and say, I will take it all with Messi and CC run like thief. Right? So me not trust nothing what CC said. So me not go accept nothing from CC. Because him go find a way to run just the same. Right? And Garvey, one thing me know, even if Mr. Higgins and Mr. Matthews are ask me some questions and they hard, me I try answer. Me not try deflect and wake up their knives and call them this and call them that. Have I ever done that, Mr. Matthews?
No.
Right? So
why are you responding to Garvey though? That's the question I have though. I don't know why you're responding to Garvey. Garvey was just being a clown yesterday, my boss.
Right, and as usual, when he get tired up, instead of he untight, and I think Garvey, me have advice here, Garvey, just like what you do with the hockey thing today. I think that is how you should come and discuss sports. Come and give us the information and do your thing. Because if you go come to the questions, you don't want to answer questions.
Yeah.
So come give us some new information.
Because look at today, for example. He said when he made some of the points that preacher made, I didn't agree. And I have to ask him, did I disagree?
Exactly.
And him say, I have a short time. The man is a joker. What I disagree with, I wanted to question him about when he said the bench won it for India now. And his out coach the coach. If the bench won it, he's not out coaching that. The man always have the bench.
And Mr. Matthews, me always say it, he might have some good points, but allow the host
Rarely do.
Ask you some questions, man.
Rarely, occasionally he has some good points, but rare. It's rare.
Right. No, I don't know why you're afraid of lose the argument. But the Jamaica team for the Gold Cup, Mr. Matthews, do you think people like Warner Brown and these guys can put in a good performance and can get a little contract?
Warner Brown was overseas before, and he came back, he's pretty young, and if he plays well, of course.
Yeah, because we see it with Richard King and a couple other guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah. To the last thing about the cricket, Mr. Higgins.
Yeah.
The guy he make a ducks in the first innings,
Yeah, Markram.
He make a ducks in the first innings, and no. So what do you think about the pitch? Do you think that the pitch, or do you think it's just Australia, South Africa batting better?
It's a combination of both. The pitch certainly flattened out. If you notice the partnership between Hazelwood and
Stark,
Michelle Stark, and before that Stark and Kieran, nothing was happening on the pitch, none at all.
Yeah,
Hazelwood can bat none at all. So when you see Hazelwood,
true. Yeah, when I was number 11.
Yeah, man, Hazelwood can't bat none at all. I mean, cannot bat. So when you see Hazelwood,
and some of them things, if he look like prime Brian Lara.
Yeah, man. When you see him could stick around on a pitch, there, you know that if South Africa got through the new ball, then they could stay some time on a pitch, and that's what happened.
Even if we did have most of us did have Australia, but I just say a soft spot with South Africa. That good as they can't really get this win under them belt. It's true. It don't really do well for them cricket.
Yeah, man.
All right, have a good weekend.
All right, cool.
All right, Mount Salem. 615-2841, 615-2841, or 676-6968. Call through and let your voice be heard. I have to laugh. Yes, a crucial game tonight. NBA. I think the Thunder will win and make it 2-2. And this looks like we're probably heading for a 7-game series, which would be good, seeing that it's two small market teams. It would be good for the NBA if it's an exciting 7-game series. And we have 2 close games, 1 blowout, so a little bit of both. I want to see more close game. I think the game tonight will be close, but I think Thunder will find a way to prevail over the Indiana Pacers in the end. Yeah.
Yeah, 615-2841. We go back online. Hello.
Hello?
Yes.
Yeah, man. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, man. Same place where you drop out there, some more and start, Zidane.
Yes.
SGA. More look on him game and more compare it to Steph Curry. And Reggie Miller to a lesser extent. Yeah. Because what I want to look on is do you think he's been as efficient now in the playoffs as he was in the regular season?
He was spectacular in the first two games.
Is because I never look at him numbers.
Yeah, man, he was pretty efficient.
But his percentage is
yeah, man, it's pretty close. It's pretty close to what he was doing, man. He hasn't fallen off efficiently wise in the first two games.
Orville have a theory. When a superstar, a guy who gets 30 points, etc., when he doesn't get his numbers.
No, not that's his number. No, man, if you average 25 and you drop down and they are curtailed to 20, you could say defense. But when you come down to 8 and 9, that now is on you.
Because what I think, all right, for me, when we look at SGA's game, what I see is the opposing player in the playoffs. When in the regular season, he will get a 30 points. It's an easy 30 points. You understand? You understand? Easy 35, easy 30 points. He doesn't have to work as much. No, nothing is easy in the playoffs.
Yeah.
When people plan for you and stuff.
You're talking about shit.
Right. Well, yeah, I'm leading up to him, especially.
The same guy got 230 odd points in games 1 and 2.
Yeah, but all right. You're bringing up the ball up the court and people picking it up from down the line, from your inbound the ball. Okay? You come over there, every time you two guys in front of you.
Wait, no. I don't want you to describe. Tell me what's the point you're making. He got 24 points in that game 3.
Right.
So which point are you making before you start giving me your corroborating evidence? So make the point and then tell me what the points you're making contribute.
What I wanted to do was to compare him, and I want to show you how Steph Curry is such a great player, a genius, you know. Because what I see with Shea, sometimes they force him to give up the ball. They put 2 persons on him in front of him, and he'd have to give up the ball. But he doesn't move to receive back the ball. Which when I see Curry player, what Curry would do when they put like 2 players in front of him, he'll give up the ball and he'd move. You can't. There's hardly any player that I see keep up with Curry, especially in his younger days.
So your whole point of talking about Shea is to talk about the greatness of Curry.
No, I'm comparing him with how Curry deal with the pressure that Shea now facing.
But Shea gone 30 and 24 points. So I don't understand what you're saying. What are you saying? Shea is some record for being the man who scored the most points over in first two games.
I started by talking about the easy 35 vis-a-vis the hard.
No, man, there is no such thing as easy 35 points.
Yeah, man. There are a lot of
NBA final.
In NBA final, you realize that's a record that was set.
In NBA final, big man. Yeah, so there's an easy 30 odd points.
Yeah, man. I will put thing in a basketball when I show up at the start season. You know.
Oh, you're going to score 30 odd points in an NBA final and say that was easy. You can't. Agree.
I will put thing in a basketball when I show up on the start sheet. You understand me, Zidane?
No.
You understand when a man get an easy shot and you make it a hard shot?
You're talking about a shot or you're talking about a game? 30 odd points, back-to-back games. How can that be easy?
If a man get easy looks, and when you put tight defense on him, the easy look become hard look, the hard look become harder look. Okay?
Yeah, but in the NBA finals, generally, it's going to be difficult, my boss. It's going to be very hard to score.
Right, and me I show you how Curry deal with them pressure there.
Hey, Curry, this man has gone 30 at 24 in 3 games. Curry, you would have to find one evidence of Curry in the final that has that stretch, and then we can't talk.
Yeah, initially, Curry was never this good in the NBA final.
that way has to be
So
good.
Curry has never
Right,
been
but
this good over his first two
when
games
me
in
say,
NBA Finals.
Mr. Curry give up the ball, move very fast.
You understand what I'm saying?
Oh, that's a
hold the
different
ball,
point. No, if you're saying you want him to give up the ball some more instead of
right, that
dribble.
me I say, to deal with
Then
with the pressure.
Then that ever say, man,
because
when they get the full court pressing, forget the ball some more and move and try to receive it. But nothing wrong with that.
right.
Yeah.
So that is what me tell say corridor. Reggie Miller used to do that, you know.
No, man, I bring up Reggie Miller in another conversation.
We have to, man.
You can't mention Shea. You can't mention Shea and Curry and the Reggie Miller name.
Obviously that.
Do it. Wait. No, we have another report.
Yeah,
another report. So
All
big up
right.
yourself, my boss. Thanks for the
Big
call.
up, big up.
Yeah, man, cool. We'll take a break. We're coming.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Redstone, Heineken, True Milk, Ranks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst. Choose Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart. Best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Jamaica! It's time for Make a Move with Jamaica Moves. The Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition is here. 8 challenges, 8 months, 1 healthier workforce. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This national movement pushes companies to compete, connect, transform your workplace 1 challenge at a time. Launch date Thursday, June 19, 2025. Register your company online at moh.gov.jm and lock in your spot. The Jamaica Moves Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition, creating healthier workplaces for a healthier Jamaica.
Something good. Hey, joins me, Jermaine Morgan, popular known as Brother Frisco, on Omega Radio Thursdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. through to 9 inside the Praise the Lord show, and Saturdays and Sunday morning from 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio show. Tune in and be blessed. You can't afford to miss this show with Brother Frisco on your radio. What you gotta
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, I understand that we may not be joining Davian right now. You're trying to get him. All right. In the meantime, what do we do? We go back online? All right. Hello.
Afternoon, Orville.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, Dave Liverpool here.
Dave Liverpool. How you doing?
Yeah, man. Yeah, me just call to talk a little bit about the me have a snake will leave and gone to Real Madrid. I just want to talk a little about it.
Trent.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I say, are you the man that speak fluent Spanish yesterday now? And I said to myself, then a man will intend to go to our next club. Can you get up tomorrow, man, and just speak Spanish, sir?
No, well, clearly, when I look at all the evidence in front of me, I see somebody trying to deny it on Facebook. He had a dream of playing for Real Madrid, and he was preparing himself to go to Real Madrid eventually.
Yes, Zidane. And that's just like 3 months ago.
But why you call him a snake, though, for that?
The reason why I call him a snake, is that man has been peeping through Liverpool since I'm about 6.
Mm-hmm.
Get into the team, working way right up. Clap see him as a talent and pick him in the world. He make use of an opportunity.
Yes.
That man come up through the ranks and become vice captain. Basically, he win everything at Liverpool.
Yes.
At 26-year-old, Zidane, a man can want to move on in his career.
Yeah, because he has a dream.
Right.
Maybe he dreamt of playing for Real Madrid one day in his career. So why is that?
Me as a Liverpool fan now, Zidane, say me see the ball at basically go for free. And within yourself, say you have a dream to go play for your next club as Real Madrid. Nothing wrong with that. But 2 years prior to your contract, no man, say something now make the club can put something in place
That's when Real Madrid come calling. You can't.
But how you know the club would have sold him, or they wanted to sell him at that point in time?
You mean Real Madrid?
Because for them to get money from the deal, he would have to sign a multi-year deal.
I agree, but listen all the time.
So you're saying yes.
That man brother is an agent. So the fact that his brother is an agent is not somebody far off.
So you're saying you should have signed a contract extension and then make Real Madrid pay some money for him in the summer.
Pay some money for him because Real Madrid offer $20 million in I think in the transfer in January. And them time in brother and Liverpool I have
it's not Trent you blame for that, my boss. It's Liverpool.
You mean if them offer 20 million for him in January?
No, I'm saying that Liverpool is the one should have ensured that the money was big enough for him to sign an extension.
But when me says it then, the man know some about to leave.
Yeah, but Liverpool knows him want to go Real Madrid too. They must know, you know.
Then why the man negotiate with him and constantly have negotiation with him? Reach to the point where them offer him £300,000 a week and him turn it down. How much you think Real Madrid have pay him now? I don't know, can check and get.
Not sure.
312.
All right. Well, I guess that. All right. As a Liverpool man, you're saying that they offered him multiple time extension to his contract. Maybe he didn't want any conflict or for it to be difficult for him to transfer to Real Madrid.
How long the man play for Liverpool now?
For the Malika boy.
And if the man wants to change,
no, but what he's saying there's no problem with the change. He wanted him to help Liverpool to make some money from the transfer. Which is kind of understandable.
You know what is release class now at Real Madrid? Although I believe the figure still $1 billion. Although I not really believe, but if you can check it out, you will see. The point I'm saying is that you have a player from Manchester United who used to play for him not really play for Manchester United. Them loan him out when him young. At one point he was at Real Madrid youth team. We say I can't pronounce the name. Alvaro Caracas. I don't know if I can pronounce it right. Caracas would have spelled Careras.
Yes, all right.
That player goes to Benfica. And breaking a Benfica team becomes a prominent left back for Real Madrid. You know how much Benfica. You know how much Real Madrid are paying for that player right now? Basically, the deal almost 90% complete. 60 million euro. So me just say that to say this. We can't have a 26-year-old baller in prime. Right? Knowing that him about
man.
shift.
When a player come through your ranks, man, you want to ensure that you get a big transfer fee.
You mean
a top player?
10 million?
They can understand.
Yeah.
Can you imagine? All right, Real Madrid want him to go to the Club World Cup earlier than normal.
So then pay 10 million.
And then pay 10 million. And which out they never have to pay.
Even if it's a 50 million pounds, you'd get from you that take it in the transfer.
Course.
Yeah, me understand the point.
You can't have a world class right back like that.
No, me understand the point.
I go left your team and just go for free and I speak fluid. He's a snake, Zidane, I tell you.
He's a snake.
Yeah, man, a snake, man.
Because some players do that from time to time. You know, they sign the extension knowing that they're going to move anyway and just say, listen, we want the club make a transfer fee because
yeah,
this
man,
is the club that came through the ranks. Fear. I wouldn't call him a snake, but I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, man. Yeah, the time short, but I want to say something more, but the time short, so I give somebody the next chance.
All right, Liverpool fan.
Yeah, man, cool.
All right.
The fluent speaking Spanish thing. I don't know why you mentioned that. Trent was practicing to speak Spanish.
It appears so. Because I heard him and it was brilliant. But sound good.
Always stay now, Astar. Trent Alexander revealed he has been learning Spanish for a few months after speaking the language at his Real Madrid unveiling. The England international knew he had surprised a lot of people at his Real Madrid presentation as he spoke fluent Spanish, declaring his move from Liverpool a dream come true. Alexander-Arnold then gave a news conference where he labeled his new head coach and next Liverpool midfielder, Xabi Alonso, a big idol. Don't play the influence of Real and England teammates. Jude Bellingham in his move and admitted Real were the only club who could have taken him from Liverpool. So make of that what you will, my boss.
Indeed. Yeah. It's true, man. I understand the call because him come right through the ranks, man, and you develop the player. Help to a lot of people criticize him that he can't defend, and club stuck with him and help to make him into a world class. So you can understand that man say, boy, we should get at least £160 million for him, especially in this sort of market where players of his age and quality I get selfie all 80 and 90 million. So we can understand him say we should get something more significant for the transfer of him. So the player could have worked with the club to ensure that happened. So may I understand being upset. All right, 615-2841. That's 615-2841 or 676-6968. 676-6968. Call through and let your voice. Any WhatsApp text messages? We haven't done any from there.
No.
Yeah, man. Let's
sort over the WhatsApp side, yeah. Just seeing two. All right, but we'll do those after the next break. Hello.
My time.
Yes. Oh, good afternoon, Bull.
Yeah, big up on yourself. And just to talk about the Trent situation again. What makes it kind of bad on Trent and Liverpool fans that I want, because what happened now is that he's an academy player. So in the age of financial fair play and PSR and all of them things, when you sell an academy player, that is considered raw profit.
Yes.
So you can
also it will help with your financial fair play status.
Financial fair play status.
And yes. Oh yes.
So even though Liverpool seems that they're not in any issues with
they're in good stead right now. Yes.
Because they didn't buy anyone last year to that.
Mm-hmm.
But when you look at it now, say Trent 60 million at least.
It will be seen as a business move. Our money coming into the club. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and the fact that he's an academy. For example,
no, man, it's a great point, man.
Look at Cunha, the man you just signed. Cunha extended his contract in January, you know.
And then put the release clause in it.
And then ensure that the release clause in it, you know. So you know that him coming to Man U, or whoever know that they coming to Man U, agents work on the side and say, yo, may I get to the ball. Summer, if you can find 62 mil, and make ensure says a release clause, so the club have nothing to do with it. Can't stop it.
It was a good point, the color race, man.
Yeah, Trent could have done the same.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, Trent is thinking about himself. Because guess what now?
You get the sign-on bonus.
When Trent goes to a free agent,
I him get the book money.
Trent to Real Madrid, like what Kylian Mbappe did.
Yeah, man, we know the business, man.
So listen, you're signing a world-class player. I want a sign-on bonus for what I would have, where you'd appear Liverpool.
Yeah, man, we know it's a no-brainer, man. And Real Madrid would have no problem with that.
And Real Madrid would have no problem with that.
Yeah.
But Real Madrid now is in the market of getting players coming to them for free.
Yes. It's cheaper, you know. All right, suppose Liverpool, if it was under contract, you'd maybe have to pay 170, 80 million.
Yeah.
Yeah. It makes sense.
Mm-hmm. They get what's left back name? What's his name again? They come from Bayern Munich. So, from time to time, if the player rate the club, you know, the player will ensure that the club get back some often, you know, especially that team is an academy.
Yes.
All right. Reggae boys think now. I think I don't just ask. So I'm gonna go with 16 points.
Mm-hmm.
I think the draw will come against Curacao.
Curacao away.
Mm. So I think in that will be the game we will drop points at. I don't think Trinidad will be good enough to take any points from us.
The last time we played Trinidad with a full strength team, about 4 then get 4-1 or something like that.
Box them up, the Gold Cup, man. Yeah. Box them up easy, man. They may never class.
That game my boy scoring.
Really?
No, that game we scored in.
I think so, you know. You're probably right, you know, the deflected group. One of them, but it was a game we destroyed them easily. But they're not in the class right now. They're not in the class right now. Hold the line. We'll take a break. We're coming.
Something good. Hey, joins me, Jermaine Morgan, popular known as your Brother Frisco, on Omega Radio Thursdays and Fridays from 5 p.m. through to 9 inside the Praise the Lord show, and Saturdays and Sunday morning from 6 a.m. through to 10 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio show. Tune in and be blessed. You can't afford to miss this show with Brother Frisco on your radio.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number one daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, Bull, we have the music pretty soon, but we give you a minute to
all right, yeah, so let's do this quickly. So I think Curacao will be the game that we'll drop. Curacao away will be the game that we'll drop some points. Next thing now, you know, a lot of players who did iffy about coming to represent the country. Now they will be maybe telling them agent to talk to JFF and see if we can push it through, talking that lights up.
Yeah, they'll be less iffy now.
Reese Nelson from Arsenal. That's his name, right, Blanc?
Who?
The one always come Jamaica come party. Reese Nelson.
Yes. Oh, yes.
Yeah, I think he's one of the prime ones. Now, maybe it's the Manchester United bias in me, but the only one would have think should come is Greenwood. Rest of them, stay in there. Big up for the same gentlemen.
Big up.
All right. We're going to the music, Costa, right? All right. So the first selection brought to you by Edge Campaigns for People Who Dream in Color. And it's called Bible in the Ear by Prodigal Son.
Bible is ever relevant. Yeah, we're gonna do this like every Adventist, Presbyterian, Pentecostal, Church of God, Saint of Apostolic, non-denominational, and even none. Get them Let's go. Put your Bible in the ear. Push up your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Push up your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Push up your Bible in the ear. And please keep them there. Your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Keep your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Push up your Bible in the ear. And please. Prodigal. Sword in it. Christian to walk with them Bible everywhere we feel alert. With a church or work or gospel concert. Bible in a back pocket, Bible in a purse. Bible for the doctor, for the nurse. Patient read a verse. Hand in a ear from your Bible, not grown on us. From the read it regular, from the dawn and tuning up. Mash up the fire tot, and Beelzebub. Head we bust. Put your Bible in a ear and bust a verse if it no rust. Put your Bible in a ear. Push up your Bible in a ear. Put your Bible in a ear. Push up your Bible in a ear. Put your Bible in a ear. Push up your Bible in a ear. And please keep them there. Your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Keep your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Push up your Bible in the ear. And please
see Murphy. If you love Jesus, put up your hands and holla. Read the Bible every day, even if you're not a scholar. The Bible will be guide and it be a follow. Look to the first of the swallow.
Bible running through my brain like a baller on a soccer field. Keep me fit in God's arm at the battlefield. I heard salvation was free, so I got the deal. I never signed to Baphomet for a happy meal.
Put your Bible in the ear. Push up your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Push up your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Push up your Bible in the ear. And please keep them there. Your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Keep your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Push up your Bible in the ear. And please let's teach. Inject the Bible in the youth them from infancy. When them grow up, them a go marching a God infantry. Read the word more than them are the boy and true Nancy. Tell them watch out for the things them when them too fancy. Tell them not turn up yes, not less a house them a make. And large enough to we a less a bank and shake. We see with you China got no crystal ball and deck. From 1999, me say you never see the old. Put your Bible in the ear. Push up your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Push up your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Push up your Bible in the ear. And freeze. Keep them there. Your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Keep your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Put your Bible in the ear. Push up your Bible in the ear. And freeze.
Read your Bibles from Genesis to Revelation. To the Lord I got my dedication. It's my healing, my medication. Keeps me high, it's my meditation. Thank you, God, for your elevation. I want to tell this to every nation. The Bible is my knowledge and my education. And so I sing, it's my celebration.
But look out, whenever time you see the people who stand guard with the Bible and what big and large, you know them come from radical yard.
All right, so that is our first selection. Bible in the year, Prodigal Son. How we do now, a start? We go back online. Hello.
Hey guys, how you all doing? Denison 5.
Good afternoon, Dwight.
Yeah, Dwight.
Yeah, good afternoon. Yeah, man. Hey, Orville, don't we have the West Indies? Don't we have a game coming up like over the weekend?
Ireland. Some T20.
Yeah. In fact, isn't it tomorrow that we're playing them?
But to be honest, I don't even know because I know it's sometime probably this weekend for sure.
Yeah, but remember, you had said that the fact that Sammy won't be there to coach the team is another one of the reasons why you wouldn't have selected him as test coach. Not true?
Yeah, I don't think you should be having overlapping duties like that.
Yeah. Hey, you had pushed for Shea Hope to have been captain of the test team, not true, at one point in time.
I think Shea Hope could be considered as a player.
Yeah, you had pushed him up as somebody that you'd be comfortable being a test captain with what's going on now, right?
Jason Holder made it originally like it.
Yeah, but you had pushed
if I could get Jason Holder, I would. And my second choice probably would have been Joshua De Silva.
Yeah, and Shea Hope is the captain of the white ball team, not true?
Yeah, but I would. My pick would have been Holder more than anybody.
But I have a simple question: where is Shea Hope right now?
In terms of what?
Where is he? Where exactly is he?
Him must on his way to the camp with him having a Barbados.
He's on his way to the camp, even though the white ball T20 team is playing a game tomorrow.
Yeah, me no know. I may have said that.
So wait a minute, now I've slow down. So you're saying, remember, I know you had said that was one more reason why you wouldn't have given it to Sammy, because the overlapping duties thing, you have a big concern. I had said
no man, me would have not
cricket. No, I had said
me would have not give it to Sammy whether they were overlapping duties or not.
You said that's one more reason, and you think
so. Let me say it again.
That as the coach of the team,
let me say it again. Whether there was
wait. No, we're talking about your comment.
No man, but me did never like Sammy before that comment.
No, but we're not talking about that right now.
All right,
we're
that does add
your specific comment about him not being in Ireland, coaching the team in this game. You had specifically said that's unacceptable, correct?
Me not like it.
Yeah, okay, cool. Yeah. No, you had pushed Shea Hope to be captain of the test team. And
I never push Shea Hope,
not captain. No, man, hold on.
Me tell us on Shea Hope.
On his way.
I know Shea Hope, me did not push. No, man, but not tell a lie about me, boss. I Jason Holder, me did like. Or Joshua De Silva. But me say, since Shea Hope is already captain in the 1 and 2 team, they could. Me never did push Shea Hope. No bother with that.
Anyway.
Shea Hope was never my first choice to be the captain.
As much as you can.
Stop telling lie about me when you call them, man.
Orville Higgins. Whether you want to hear it or not, I'm going to say.
Yeah, you're going to tell a lie.
You're not hitting out on Shea Hope not being in Ireland as captain of the white ball.
Because if your coach chooses to keep a camp and you follow your coach, me can't kill you.
So you are comfortable with the captain of the white ball team missing the game because you have to play in another format.
No, me not.
But you're not comfortable.
Lord Jesus, me not comfortable. No, me not comfortable.
So why you not hit out against Shea Hope?
Because if the coach is calling you to a test camp rather than go play the T20 down in Ireland, then you have to come with the
so
coach,
then
man.
maybe you got it wrong when you propose Shea Hope as one of your options.
Jason Holder was my option.
In
Then
this,
Joshua
you propose Shea Hope as one of your options.
Yes.
So in
And
this
it's not
day and age of
ideal.
cricket,
It's not ideal
Orville.
for the man who I want to captain my test team.
No, you should have said that there's no way you select Shea Hope because he could end up missing these games.
No, but at the time when me that say Shea Hope could be a contender, I never know say miss these games.
Big man.
Me never know, big man. You love quarreling with
the more I listen to you on cricket,
yes,
the more we just don't believe you should be talking on the topic.
I see what you about.
Yesterday, you and I had a conversation on Moti.
Yeah.
And I presented you with the facts, Orville.
What were the facts?
I show you that Moti has basically flopped in most of his game, has a bowling average of 43 outside of the one game against one series against Zimbabwe. See? And in his last game, have a bowling average of 40, and you still said that he was a should pick in the squad. What's the cricketing logic behind that?
You win the argument, Dwight. It's Friday. You win the argument. Yeah,
no,
man,
tell us the cricketing logic. Tell us the cricketing logic behind that.
Me, I gotta say, boy, me say you still gotta say what you gotta say. So you've said your piece. I give up.
No, but Orville, you said because of his performance in Pakistan. But wasn't the Pakistan series an unusual series where specially minted, especially prepared?
I may answer that already, you know.
Spinner. What? No, but it was a specially prepared pitch that they will not be playing on a pitch like that in the Australian series.
I've already answered that, but you're gonna come back.
No, but you'll not be playing on that. Wait, what you say? You are saying that you'd still select him if he was gonna play on a green top?
All right, so me gonna ask
is it a must pick in terms of him playing or a must get?
No, wait. Orville, if they were going to play on a green top, would you still
we don't know what I'm gonna play. Pick? But here's my response to that. If there was a fast bowler who was playing in ideal fast bowling conditions, pitch fast and bouncy and a sing and swim around the place, and get 7 wickets in them last 2 games, the next test squad he would be in it even if never played down a raging dust bowl. You get what I'm saying? If a batsman had, well, you tell me the fast bowler.
Wait. Remember, we're putting up here is that outside of his game against Zimbabwe and outside of that unusual game that test match, he has flopped.
No, I don't agree.
You don't think you're saying 40 something is not a. In fact, I'm sure it tends towards maybe 45 or 48 when it's those 2 series. You're saying that a bowler who has not played well, he got no wickets in I think several of those matches. You're saying that's not a flop?
We could pull up him stats, no, brother. If you want us to do that, we could. But I'm saying I can't call. No. Why would you answer?
No.
You win the argument. You win.
All right. So let me look. You can look at both his stats.
Let me look at them yesterday. I looked at them yesterday.
Let me talk to Zidane in the meantime.
Against every against every country that Moti has played against except one, he's taking wickets at less than 40. I don't consider that a flop.
What are you talking about? What in wickets at against Bangladesh?
I'm saying except for one country, and my phone.
When there's a dash, that means that he never took a wicket against a team, so the bowling average is infinity.
Right, but me, I said
that's what the dash mean, you know.
Oh, we're going to the report.
Go back and look at thing,
thankfully, we're going to the report. Big up yourself. Moti, you should have the youth in the squad. You bowl too well and bat too well the last year's well. That's all me. All right, time to get the next report from the stadium prep school championships. Here we go.
This live report from the GK Insurance and GK Mutual Funds National Prep Schools Championship is sponsored by Munchie's Biscuits, distributed by Massey Distributors, Munchie into happiness. And GK Insurance and GK Mutual Funds is your insurance and mutual funds brands from Grace Kennedy.
Of Jamaica's track and field, Again, I'm David Nugent, and we're here at the Sister Press Championship. I have with me a very, very special guest. She was here with me last year. For some reason, I forgot her face. I don't know how I could have done that. I'm going to do that later. It was very beautiful, Georgia Clark, the brand manager of Sunshine Snacks. How are you doing today?
I am blessed and highly favored.
You know, before we came on air, we were talking about some of the Sunshine Snacks that we've been eating for a very long time.
Yes.
I didn't even realize until very recently that cheesies that I've been eating for I want to age myself, but for a very, very long time, that cheesies is actually Sunshine Snacks.
It is. It's a staple. It's a staple. There's no Sunshine Snacks without cheesies. That's our headliner right there.
So tell me some of the products that you guys offer, because I mean, Sunshine Snacks is coming out now into the limelight. Everybody's talking about Sunshine Snacks. But I want to go through some of the products. Maybe you call a few of the names now. It rings a bell. Oh, man, I eat that from a long time. Some of the products that you guys offer.
Oh gosh, I mean, it's such a long line. I mean, you just mentioned cheesy, the Sunshine Snacks. We have ripples, and of course, we have the 3 flavors: the salted, the sour cream, the barbecue. We have pretzels, as well. We have sticks, as well. We just have a huge line. We have our peanuts, as well.
This live report from the GK Insurance and GK Mutual Funds National Prep Schools Championship is sponsored by Munchie's Biscuits, distributed by Massey Distributors, Munchie, munch into happiness. And GK Insurance and GK Mutual Funds is your insurance and mutual funds brands from Grace Kennedy.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels Tour promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Redstrom, Heineken, True Milk, Ranks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryverse Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart, best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Jamaica! It's time for Make a Move with Jamaica Moves. The Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition is here. 8 challenges, 8 months, 1 healthier workforce. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This national movement pushes companies to compete, connect, transform your workplace 1 challenge at a time. Launch date Thursday, June 19, 2025. Register your company online at moh.gov.jm and lock in your spot. The Jamaica Moves Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition, creating healthier workplaces for a healthier Jamaica.
Munchy, munchy, tasty munchy, delicious munchy for the whole family. Munchy, munchy, crispy and crunchy. Don't be grumpy, grab a munchy.
Munch into happiness with the #1 original milk shortcake biscuit, Munchie. Try the tasty Hawaiian coconut, ginger munchie, crunchy lemon puff munchie, or the milky munchie. A munchie family is a happy family. Munchie, the original milk shortcake with original taste. Grab a munchie today.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, we go back online. Hello.
All right, so we can do away with that line and trying to get the people to engage us once again on 615-2841. That's 615-2841 or 676-6968. Call through and let your voice be heard.
People, I'm looking back through Godakesh Moti 11 game. Though it is being really unfair to the brother, as is a lot of Caribbean people. So when we get to like a 3 minutes, if me not do it today, me I go do it Monday. I run through the youth career. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Yeah.
What go on?
Not too bad.
What go on, sir? What career you are run through?
Godakesh Moti.
Oh, okay. I will, you know, say you say something when I order too about the spinners.
Richard, what me say?
Make it look like the spinners don't get picked to play when it's not spin friendly condition.
No, that Mr. Man. Mr. The spinners don't get the same opportunities like the fast bowlers and the batsmen, which is nobody can question that.
Right, no problem. So listen to this now. Because they say you're gonna run through multi figures, right?
Yeah.
I want to do it for all the spinners, and I want to do it in conditions that are not that is not spin friendly condition. Players that we don't consider to be spin friendly condition. Give us the figure in places like those.
But I mean, right? I am not saying that. I am saying when them deserve a game, we tend to not pick them, and then when we pick them,
cool, no
we
problem,
drop them
no problem.
Then we drop the pace man there.
I understand that, but we just want if we just do this to me. Give us their figures in conditions that are not spin friendly, right? And then I want you to get the fast bowlers condition in spin friendly condition.
But you know how much work that big, man?
No, I don't know for Orville. There's a place named Howstat.
You are telling me about Howstat? No, I am saying when in conditions that don't favor pace. How our fast bowlers do? Then do it no man, and then when we talk.
No problem, yeah, because are you going to be so surprised?
At what?
That the fast bowlers them do better than the spinners in non-friendly condition, in non-friendly spin condition.
Then the fast bowler no must be better than spinners in fast bowling conditions, brother.
No, not fast bowling condition.
You know
the fast bowler did better than in spin friendly condition than the spinners do in non-spin friendly condition. No man, that's to finish, brother.
Oh, yeah.
May I tell you? Yeah. You hear what me say no. So the brother say.
Get the figures, uncle.
Yeah, man. Zidane. The team get a easy zone, we say. Yeah, forgot you, which is true. You understand? And so on. And with Mexico, Canada, and America not playing to qualify for this World Cup, it make it easier for all the teams to qualify, right? Like the 4 teams. Yeah. And based upon the draw that we get, we say it is easy here to qualify to the next World Cup.
It looked like the most favorable draw of all the seeded teams.
Most favorable draw, yeah. But you know, say, me look for something to that. You know, say, the 98 format easier than a format here.
How you work out that?
I work out that. All right, because Mexico. All right, so next World Cup, if they have the same format here, with Mexico and Canada and USA to qualify like with everybody, right? The 98 format easier.
Then tell me how you arrived by that. Why would it be easier when you have Mexico and USA and Costa Rica them for contend with? When you don't have
no. I am not talking about Jamaica now. I'm talking about the format.
Then Jamaica. No. Is it easier for Jamaica?
No. Not Jamaica. It is 98 format for the team to qualify.
You're losing me now doing about it. When I say easier for who?
All right. It was easier for teams to qualify for the World Cup. They had in the 98 format, Zidane, they have a zone, the last zone with 60 minutes, that's all? And from that zone, 3 qualify automatically.
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
So you have 50% a team have to qualify. That's all? Right.
No, that's it.
Wait a minute. Work it out for me.
If you have 3 teams better than you, out of
we're not talking about a specific team. We're talking about the format.
No, man, but it's not 50%. Wrong maths.
How much percent? We're not talking about probability,
No, man, if I'm in a group with 3 teams better than me in the group, I don't have a 50% chance of qualifying.
We are not talking about a specific team.
So when you say 50%, what do you mean?
He's saying 50% of the teams qualify from the 6.
Yeah, but that doesn't give you a 50% chance. So decide which one you have.
All right. 6 team in a don't put a name to it. 6 team in somewhere to qualify from.
Yeah.
And from that, 3 teams can qualify for it. How much percentage chance?
He's saying chance for you.
I'm saying the fact that I'm in a group of 6 teams does not, and a 3 qualify, don't necessarily give me a 50% chance. The team them are better than me. There's not a 50-50 chance again, my boss. You're wrong maths.
Yeah, but and that's how it work.
No work that way the
All right. How much percent chance a team have to qualify out of a zone with 6 teams and 3 teams qualify?
Badger, let me see if I can help you a little bit. If Orville Higgins is in a race with Bolt, Blake, and Asafa, and it's 3 people going to make it through, does Orville Higgins have a 50% chance to make it through?
I am not putting a name to the teams.
I can't manage them, man.
All right, next thing. So Zidane, for this now, right? This format is.
We have 0% chance to go through, although a 3 man I go through. So your maths a little off.
Okay, all right. Okay. Zidane, for this one, right? For the last zone, the last zone, right? You have 3 zones. You have 3 different zones, right? only the top team go through.
Yes.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So if USA, Mexico, and Canada.
But the reason for that is because the three teams that are hosting. So if Canada and USA and Mexico weren't hosting, they would be involved, and it would be top two, because CONCACAF gets 6 automatic spots. So it would be 4. It would be 4 teams in a group. But if we didn't have the hosting, it's pretty much would be the same for the same.
Oh, okay. So for the next World Cup, no, it's not going to be the top one.
It's going to be top 2, because it's 6 spots. It's 3 groups of 4. It's going to be the top 2 from each group qualify automatically. So it's pretty much the same for the same from your calculation standpoint.
Yeah. I thought, yeah, man.
It's 6 teams going to qualify automatically, man. The only reason why it's 3 and it's only top teams is because the 3 hosts are automatically qualified because they're hosting.
I get what you're saying, sir.
Yes.
You understand? So this kind of format easier then from 98 then.
Well, going by your percentage in terms of how much teams 50% come from a group is basically the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Yeah.
I think this is
Yeah, the same thing.
If the top 3 teams in CONCACAF, you don't have to play. Then it's almost easier.
No. Don't talk to you now. Go on, come on. That's something.
Yeah. Hold it, we're coming.
Yeah.
Lawson's Block Making and Hardware, your one-stop shop for quality blocks, sand, stone, steel, cement, tools, and all other building material. We prepare quotations for bank loans and NHT submissions. We have the best deals for hardware and contractors, and we rent heavy-duty equipment. Visit us at 2 Rockland Road, Anchovy, St. James, or call 876-912-3398 or WhatsApp 876-860-4203. Lawson's, the best price, best quality in blocks.
Jamaica! It's time for Make a Move with Jamaica Moves. The Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition is here. 8 challenges, 8 months, 1 healthier workforce. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This national movement pushes companies to compete, connect, transform your workplace 1 challenge at a time. Launch date Thursday, June 19, 2025. Register your company online at moh.gov.jm and lock in your spot. The Jamaica Moves Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition, creating healthier workplaces for a healthier Jamaica.
Greetings to you listeners. This is Reverend Ryan A. Gordon, Senior Pastor of the Broken Vessels Healing and Deliverance Ministries, located at 120 Main Street, Pineapple, Ocheria, St. Anne, Jamaica, West Indies. Join me every Sunday morning at 8:30 a.m. inside the Kingdom Lifestyle Radio Show with Brother Frisco. Join me for a word in time. You cannot afford to miss this powerful word every Sunday morning on this station.
It's all right. Kingdom Soldiers, A Journey Productions and the Fully Jesus Movements present your next mission. Prince Haj, Fully Jesus album launch, Saturday, June 14, 2025 at the Swallowfield Chapel. Deployment time, 6 p.m. sharp. Hosted by ITLS. Performances by Jaron Nurse, Audie Spencer, Ryan Davis, and many more. You don't want to miss this one. Pre-sold, 4,500. VIP Command, 8,500. Tickets available at SporeOpen.com and selected outlets. Follow Fully Jesus album launch on Instagram for more information. 1 mission, 1 message. Fully Jesus. Soldiers, report for duty.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and number 1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Back with you, Bajo.
Yeah, Zidane.
Yes.
I feel Orville is in a combative mood, you know. You understand? And because let me tell you what Orville tried to stop with a while ago. Orville want me to say, don't say 50% chance, just say each team, the teams are 50%. The teams.
But I said it 50% of the teams. So it's but you said you said chance. You have to bring in the likelihood now based on the quality.
Yes.
But you really want to say 50% of the teams.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's all.
But that doesn't mean each team has a 50% chance.
Mr. Higgins,
No, it's because I use the word. It's because I use the word chance to win about you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying to you, Zidane, you never have to go if both in a race.
Should I help you?
In a race.
Should I help you?
It should say it's not the chance. It's all the teams are 50%.
But I did say that. I said it to you want contest.
Yeah, right. See that again?
No, man, you get it wrong. Go on, move on. Him gone? I look like him gone. How we stay with the reports now, Mr.
And because of the fact, that you're so older, I go give you the respect. You saw me try for one day if you not start now, if you not get rockers and stuff on the radio, better don't drop it. Because this.
Then what me do look right now?
Not true, sir. See the Jesus people.
Oh, me never had that here, you know.
You me move off for you a long time.
Oh, you
don't want to do that.
We never did that here, you.
We said that better. Yeah.
Go on.
Sir, if all you have to do in your old age now, right, is worry about a call like getting 10 minutes or 15 minutes on a talk show. It simply tell me that you have wasted your life and your time.
So who said that is all the man has to do?
Brother, if you have to do that any at all, if you have to do, Mr. Higgins, when the man was giving to me yesterday, you don't say one word in my defense.
When he was giving it to you,
in a field defense. Yes. The man has disrespect me to you now. Brother, what I said about what happened to me when I was going to Timberlake Garden High School, brother, that is my experience. You cannot tell me, say, a foolish matter. Let me tell you one meeting recently that. They are so embarrassed to know that they were so caught up in, I want to call it dirty politics. You understand? That students who have nothing to do with politics were caught up in it, And I feel ashamed to know, say, when them look back to say how we used to behave in Jamaica.
No, man, the way you said it threw off everybody, my boss.
Zidane,
the way how you said it initially, it threw off everybody.
Well, it threw off everybody, Zidane, but it come back around.
No, man, you adjusted the argument and explained it better. What exactly?
No problem. But what I'm saying is,
so I'm saying you can't blame them for reacting in the manner they did when you first made the statement.
But the argument go through and done, and everybody say, understand, we must say, and you never say, good the first time and done. Why am I bring about that no for?
Is who bring it up?
Well, I better we call and give it to the other side of the government. You understand? Him. I don't know him. You understand me? I say, brother, leave me alone, brother. And that I checked the call yesterday, and only a few people alone get 5 minutes, brother. Everybody get more than that. You understand? So
Patrick, you might
leave me alone, brother. I don't know him, brother. Leave me alone, brother. You understand? And I was nice this time, sir. If you come again and call me name, I am not going to be nice again, sir. Okay?
Big up yourself, Badger.
I'm big, sir. Thank you very much.
Yeah, enjoy your weekend, sir.
I will, sir.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
That is good.
Yeah, man.
Always stay on Miss B. We can do some text, you know. All right.
Text message.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
All right, quite a few. Garvey's coming out swinging. No surprise. Orville, you just contradicted yourself. Don't you realize Holder is also playing white ball for West Indies right now? So how are you pushing for him as test captain when you would just knock Sammy for overlapping duties? Okay, Garvey, I know you're trying hard. But at the time when I was vouching for Holder to be the captain, I didn't know that they would be overlapping series. Because remember, this camp here we have, we now must have it now, you know. The test match against Australia, I think the first test is in July. Is we chose to keep the camp now. So at the time, Bramble Garvey, I wouldn't have known that Sammy would choose to keep a camp at the time when we have the Ireland T20s. Okay? That is a choice that I couldn't have known because the test match not start July 20 or something like that at the first test. Now it's June how much now? 12th? So there's them never have the camp now. So I couldn't have known that. No, Garvey, I'm good at what I do, but I can't afford to tell the future, my boss. Okay, Garvey, hug up the one. Somebody said, Badger, shake my head. Zidane and Orville, football is not just a game, it's a business. So I'm on the side of Trent. So my question to Orville and Zidane,
What would you have done, Katie, out of Birmingham?
Since Liverpool took me on and as a youngster, helped significantly in developing me as a talent, and gave me the opportunity to play as a youngster on the biggest stage and stuck with me. Klopp did so when many were saying that he can't defend. And I think he could have found a way to ensure that the club who did so much for him to make a money off his transfer to another club. That's what I would have ensured. Because Trent can't broke again in a life. Really, well, you want to show some gratitude. And then the club would have benefits. You might, maybe 6-7 years from him, can come back to Liverpool and finish out his career. Who knows?
All right, Zidane, you said Trinidad not in Jamaica class. You say why when you put out of class you don't lose?
That must be QC, and I don't understand what he's saying.
Okay. Blessings, one and all. It doesn't get any easier for Jamaica to qualify for World Cup 2026. And for the first caller, Curacao is a Dutch colony. Flacco.
Oh, big up yourself, Flacco. So he said French colony. So he's saying it's a Dutch.
Trent also said he wanted to be Liverpool's captain. That's his dream, not Real Madrid. He spoke when he was younger and said Barcelona was his dream club. There is no way you go for free to a European rival who has beaten us in 2 finals, one of which Ramos broke Salah's hand.
Liverpool fans not happy. Not happy at all.
Right. When it comes to football business, no club is loyal to any player. Why should Trent take care of Liverpool's business for them? I don't hear Liverpool management complaining, only the fans. Good afternoon, Orville and Zidane. Shortman here from North Carolina. Happy Father's Day to you both on Sunday. What do you guys think if Australia lose this match will cause for us coming into the Caribbean? I think we should be encouraged by that. Well, if Australia lose, then it should give us a little bit more confidence. Remember the last time we played them, we beat them 2-0. So the more they lose, the better. The more we think they are beatable. A Mount Salem versus CC from Portmore debate would be diabolical. Set it up. I hope CC don't run like Bolt. All right, so there you go. But as for you, Gavi, I wanted Jason Holder to captain. I couldn't have known that there would be a camp right now, my boss. Hug up that one, Gavi. You're coming hard at me and your points they even make no sense. You think some me could have known Sammy would have set up a camp right now while the Ireland T20 are going, when the test match is more than a month away? I am good, Garvey, very good, but I can't foretell the future, my boss. So stupid point from an over-emotional bramble caller like you. Next one, Miss B. Back online. Hello.
Afternoon, Orville.
Good afternoon, Wayne.
Yeah, we're going to see you.
Yes, we're here.
You the man that make you look like me can see the future.
Wash up, Garvey, someone.
Because him not stop come at me.
Why?
The man just stress me. They ask him 2 questions. Me not trouble this man, sir.
Hug up that Garvey.
Yes. How more than know say Samuel than I choose to keep camp now when me say more hold that for captain the test. Bramble like what? Go on, my boss.
Yeah, man. Jamaica got a World Cup, man. We should keep a party for FIFA, man.
Yeah, man. We can keep a pre-World Cup party.
Yes, man. The Bull, man. And them side I can't beat it.
No, Bull is confident. Bull said we only might draw 1 game. Yeah, so Bull knows we gone.
None of them side I beat it, man. You're mad, man. Jamaica got a World Cup, man. Still,
Aye.
But Wayne, we don't want you to sit at your house, and talk about with them saying when the Jamaican games are being played at the stadium, make your way to the stadium in your
man. They did for 98
yeah, man. Yes.
So man. Man. Yeah, man. The people have to just come out and rally and support the boys them now going forward.
Exactly.
Yeah, man. Mm-hmm. So the low average now. What him real argument?
That Greenland should be given an opportunity.
It's a fair argument, man.
But Greenland don't have a domestic league, Zidane. Them don't have a domestic league. Eh?
No, I guess they would start that process now if they're going to want to come into football and go formulate all of these things and get it right and get it in order. You understand? So when they submit their request, I guess the federation will tell them, say, what is required for you? Yeah, we're going to accept you, but this is what you need to do to be an affiliate eventually. So I guess that's what they want. You understand? But Southie asks also a good question. Why is it they are politically aligned to Europe, but want to? Why Europe turn it down? Yeah.
You know, it's that away with them. But I think CONCACAF did make the right decision. That is all me I say. You know?
Yeah, I guess they didn't say that while there's no harm if they come, I guess they didn't see any benefits either, so they just decided to not take them out.
Orville.
Yeah, man.
I think Australia are going to take out this losing upon we when they forward.
Oh, guess what happened? Steve Smith had tried to take a catch this morning and look like him dislocate a finger. And the reports are that he might struggle to recover in time.
Recover back in time.
My chances is Steve Smith, but life.
Yeah.
Gone, boy. As much as more Westerners win, me that want to see Steve Smith a stroke too.
I mean South Africa.
No, man, when Australia come.
No, man, the man want to take it out power, man.
Yeah, well. Remember, them no need that more. Last time we played them, we beat them in our test match, you know. So them no need nothing else to happen for one revenge week. But if South Africa beat them now, it should send a message to the West Indies.
Yes.
Now hold on, I know God we are playing now. At 2 foot and 2, and the other them have just like we.
Yeah. All right, but now I'm going to take in the big show as usual.
All right, we in the big up.
Yeah, man, big up.
Yeah, man, bless up.
I will take a break. Music on the other side.
Go straight to Western Sports for all your track and field needs, like spikes, high jump equipment, throwing implements, hurdles, not to mention your team tracksuits, running tights, vests, and shorts. The time by Western Sports, the sports people, is
3 o'clock.
The Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission JADCO needs your help to eliminate doping and keep sport clean. If you have concerns about any doping activity, you can share the information with JADCO anonymously. The information you share will be treated with the highest level of confidentiality. Make the right call if you see something, say something. Protect clean sport. Protect our legacy. To report doping activity, call 888-429-5232 or visit the JADCO website at jadco.gov.jn. A message from the Jamaica Anti-Doping Commission.
Jamaica! It's time for Make a Move with Jamaica Moves. The Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition is here. 8 challenges, 8 months, 1 healthier workforce. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This national movement pushes companies to compete, connect, transform your workplace 1 challenge at a time. Launch date Thursday, June 19, 2025. Register your company online at moh.gov.jm and lock in your spot. The Jamaica Moves Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition. Creating healthier workplaces for a healthier Jamaica.
Kingdom Soldiers, A Journey Productions and the Fully Jesus Movements present your next mission. Prince Haj, Fully Jesus album launch, Saturday, June 14, 2025 at the Swallowfield Chapel. Deployment time, 6 p.m. sharp. Hosted by ITLS. Performances by Jaron Nurse, Audie Spencer, Ryan Davis, and many more. You don't want to miss this one. Pre-sold, 4,500. VIP, come on, 8,500. Tickets available at SporeOpen.com and selected outlets. Follow Fully Jesus album launch on Instagram for more information. One mission, one message. Holy Jesus, soldiers, report for duty.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
Alrighty then, time for the Yaba selection. It's a Friday afternoon at 3 o'clock or a little bit after 3 o'clock, and you know what that means. It's Yaba. And it's number 5 on the album. It's called Tomorrow Night, My Love.
Tomorrow night, you hold me close, my darling. I'll squeeze you tight and tell you of my love. Yes, tomorrow night will be our night together. Tomorrow night will be our time for love. Tonight is just a dance, a touch against romance. Pretending we're just friends until we meet again tomorrow. Tonight is just a dance, a touch against romance to follow. Pretending we're just friends until we meet again tomorrow. Tomorrow night will be your night. Yes, tomorrow night will be your time for love.
Alrighty then, that's tomorrow night, my love. Yaba selection on this Friday afternoon. And big up to the Yaba people for continuing to play those soothing music on the show. What would you know, Miss B? We go back online. Hello.
Zidane, how going? How are you?
Oh, this box food?
Yeah, man. All right. I was I had to call today because over the past couple of days, Trent had the temerity to go ahead and learn Spanish, and it's a whole bunch of crap coming out of the quote-unquote Liverpool fan base.
Some of the Liverpool fan base, and crap in your opinion, yes.
All right. So throughout most of my adult life, now we say, boy, Liverpool fans are some of my smartest fans, some of my most well-versed fans, some of the most knowledgeable football fans, right? But I just realized that throughout most of my adult life, Liverpool was not performing very well. So the fans that I was interacting with likely were the ones that stuck around, the hardcore ones, the ones who were with the club for a while. Now, relatively, over the past 7-8 years, the club has been very successful. So it seemed to me that those either the wagon gets full, or those fans that were quote unquote not very knowledgeable are coming out of the woodwork. Because what we're talking about, Trent leaving Liverpool, is total nonsense to me.
No, that call this program wasn't talking about him mere leaving. You know, he's saying that he wanted Liverpool to benefit financially in terms of a transfer fee.
All right, Zidane, let me say this. When there's a breakup and you hear somebody saying, it's not the fact that we broke up, it's the way they did it, right? When somebody gets fired and they say, it's not the fact that I was fired, but it is the way they went about it. There is really no nice way for people to separate.
No, but
and when you hear these, hold on. Let me finish.
In this regard, man, we disagree with you, man.
Let me finish.
If you have a separator, we can get $100 million for you, better than a separator, I get not at a dime.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Over Trent Alexander-Arnold's career, I put to you that Liverpool has made money on Trent. Would you disagree with that?
If they made money on him?
Yes.
What I mean? I don't understand.
All right.
Jersey sales?
Trent's been with Liverpool since no, I'm not talking about that. Trent been with Liverpool since he was 6 years old, right?
Yeah, yes.
He started his first game for Liverpool maybe 2016 or thereabouts. So about 2004 I started Liverpool, right? Mm-hmm. He's been with the club. The club invested with him. Dwight Chateau, this is real investment. The club invested in Trent.
Yeah.
Right? He was at the academy. I'm not sure how much it costs to take care of one academy player over the years, but I know that La Masia. Hold on, let me finish this. La Masia have a for-profit, which is the Barcelona Academy. For-profit academy in California, and they charge $75,000 a year to go there. So let's say that is the going rate, and if they're making profit, it's a lot less. Liverpool may spend somewhere in the region of $1 million on Trent, right? They did not have to buy a high-quality right back. We just bought Trent's replacement for about $40 million, right? For about $40 million. Trent exits to Real Madrid this year. I think we end up getting about £10 million for it. By any stretch of the imagination, Liverpool made money on Trent by not having to buy a world-class right back over the past since he made his debut, and ended up sending him through the door and getting about 10 million.
But what the caller is saying that it would have been beneficial to Liverpool, since you mentioned all that you did, him being there from 60, invested heavily in him, help him with his career to be this good. He could have found a way to make an arrangement so Liverpool could get a transfer fee. What is wrong with what the caller is saying? Players and clubs do it in the past many times.
So you think that when players do this, they're doing it to help the club that they're with?
They didn't have to.
Okay.
Yeah. So clearly, when they decide to say, so I sign an extension, a 5-year extension, and immediately the next year, I'm moving to another club, and everything is smooth. Clearly, my intention was to try and sign this extension to ensure that the club get a transfer.
Do you think that when Matheus Cunha signed his extension with Wolves and ended up leaving for Man United, he was doing it to help the books up?
Maybe he was saying that, listen, I'm going to eventually leave, so put this class now is affordable, so you don't put it too high so nobody wants to pay it, but then you can make some money from any transfer. Of course, that could have been a reason.
Liverpool fans, let me say this to us. We are not a low self-esteem fan base. Players come and players go. Okay? We've had great... Well, let me finish. You say you disagree with me, and I disagree with you, right? Obviously, you're not going to change my mind and vice versa, right? The Liverpool fan base, we don't low self-esteem, brother. Big players come and big players go. We are a destination club. We're not Feyenoord. So big players are going to come to Liverpool, and big players are going to go. We don't hold on for you.
But I think you're missing the specific caller on this program. Not talking about him merely leaving. He's saying he can have that dream.
Did you have text? Did you have texters as well?
Oh, no. But I agree with you if you're talking about the ones who didn't want him to leave or have a problem with him leaving. Then I would agree with you in that regard.
And you know the irony of it, Zidane? These are the same players who Trent over the head for years. Simply left the whole team. Him can't defend. And I guarantee you that if there was a way to track the Liverpool fan base's viewership of Real Madrid games this season, it's going to go up because they're going over there just sitting and waiting for Trent to make a mistake.
I hear it.
We need to do better. Liverpool fans, we are not low self-esteem. Allow the youth.
The youth have one thing that most players in the world don't have. He has the option to go to Real Madrid. Celebrate the youth, thank him for his service, and wish him well.
All right, the boss. I hear you. And that is coming from a diehard Liverpool fan listener. All right, so what we do, Asta? You ready for us over, so? I will take one more. You want to go over, so?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll take the break, we'll go to the next report, and then we'll come back a little there. Even 10 minutes or something. We're coming back.
Journey Productions and the Fully Jesus Movements present your next mission. Prince Hajj, Fully Jesus album launch, Saturday, June 14, 2025 at the Swallowfield Chapel. Deployment time, 6 p.m. sharp. Hosted by ITLS. Performances by Jaron Nurse, Audie Spencer, Ryan Davis, and many more. You don't want to miss this one. Pre-sold 4,500. VIP Command 8,500. Tickets available at sporopen.com and selected outlets. Follow Fully Jesus album launch on Instagram for more information. One mission, one message. Holy Jesus, soldiers, report for duty.
Than any sana, and when you swear you want to.
This live report from the GK Insurance and GK Mutual Funds National Prep Schools Championship is sponsored by Munchie's Biscuits, distributed by Massey Distributors, Munchie into happiness. And GK Insurance and GK Mutual Funds is your insurance and mutual funds brand from Grace Kennedy. This live report from the GK Insurance and GK Mutual Funds National Prep Schools Championship is sponsored by Munchie's Biscuits, distributed by Massey Distributors, Munchie, munch into happiness. And GK Insurance and GK Mutual Funds is your insurance and mutual funds brands from Grace Kennedy.
You're listening to Omega Radio, broadcasting live. Omega Radio, Omega Radio, Omega.
Munchie, munchie, tasty munchie, delicious munchie for the whole family. Munchie, munchie, crispy and crunchy. Don't be grumpy, grab a munchie.
Munch into happiness with the #1 original milk shortcake biscuit, Munchie. Try the tasty Hawaiian coconut, ginger munchie, crunchy lemon puff munchie, or the milky munchie. A munchie family is a happy family. Munchie, the original milk shortcake with original taste. Grab a munchie today.
Jamaica! It's time for Make a Move with Jamaica Moves. The Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition is here. 8 challenges, 8 months, 1 healthier workforce. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This national movement pushes companies to compete, connect, transform your workplace 1 challenge at a time. Launch date Thursday, June 19, 2025. Register your company online at moh.gov.jm and lock in your spot. The Jamaica Moves Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition. Creating healthier workplaces for a healthier Jamaica.
Tracy, who you go give on now?
You're too fast. Hey, me I got Jotex now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the pitney them.
Me can't get some?
No, go buy your own. Hey.
Jotex Bakery, visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery, so nice, so right.
Conditions apply.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, so then we have a little over half an hour to go before we wrap up, not just for the day, but for the week. What do we do now, Astar? We go back online? All right, so the lines are open again. 615-2841. We see about 3 or 4 texts. Well, 2, yeah.
Excuse me, boss. You have a text message.
It's now time for text messages on the sports desk.
Box Food, Jurgen Klopp or no rival fans can tell us how to feel about Trent. Feel how you want to feel, but what Trent did was a snake move, and we won't leave him alone. He made his bed, he has to lay in it.
Yeah, man. Boo him when him come back to Liverpool for playing for Real Madrid.
And somebody said the very opposite. Now, I agree with Box Food 100% on Trent. I am one of them who is okay with Trent leaving. At least we got 10 million for him. Or 10 million off him. It could be more, but I can't knock Trent for looking out for himself. Football is a business, people. Yeah. And Garvey now. Orville, Monday is coming. Garvey, if his words are going to come with, I'm looking forward to it. But I'm not looking forward to the tracing. But if you're coming with constructive arguments, then I could do that. But if you're going to trace, you know, I'm not going to engage in none of that. What would they know? We go back online. Yeah. Hello.
Hello?
Yeah.
How are the KLS Massive?
Good afternoon, Below Average.
Below Average.
Okay. I heard the caller call back, and I'm not going to be adversarial or combative at all in any way, shape, or form. I'm just going to say my piece, and then I won't call back on the topic. The same thing about the country. What do you mean?
Greenland.
Greenland. Okay. First of all, just let me recite something, please. Bear with me. You gentlemen know the national pledge. You're buying to the words of the national pledge?
I don't even remember what the national pledge says.
Before God and all mankind, I pledge the love and loyalty of my heart, the wisdom and courage of my mind, the strength and vigor of my body. Yes. In the service of my fellow citizens, I promise to stand up for justice, brotherhood, and peace, to work diligently and creatively, to think generously and honestly, so that Jamaica may, under God, increase in fellowship and prosperity and play her part in advancing the welfare of the whole human race. Now, why a snicker?
No, because that's a lot, but go on.
It's not a lot, it's very short. Short, the pledge is very short. Now, as a due to born and grow in Jamaica, and I've never left here, never traveled, right? I was taught the national pledge from primary school and bought into it, right? Now, the question was asked yesterday, since as their own people reject them, forsake them, why should we bail them out? Well, let me tell you why me think based on the grounding when we have from the national pledge, for example, think CONCACAF should bail them out, right? There's a line in the pledge that say we should do everything for my country advance the welfare of the whole human race. The whole human race. The 8 billion people upon the earth. See? So since as those people, owner people, reject them, neglect them, then what would it hurt for a different set of people to help them? Just like we would do with Haitian, or just like we would do with Cubans, or just like we would do with, just like we, for example, in a football, let's stick to football, right? You hear me, gentlemen?
Yes, we're listening.
Just like how Israel is in the Middle East as a landmass. The landmass of Israel is in the Middle East, right? Because of political reasons,
yes,
they cannot visit. You know which and which country?
Well, Iran.
Hold on. We just want to say my piece and then we're going to leave it.
Yes.
So they can't visit certain countries. Certain countries they're not with them and it's just war.
Yes.
Okay. So what FIFA and UEFA did is help them, bail them out, and allow them to play their World Cup qualifiers from Europe.
Yes.
That is what happening now. I don't know if some people out there know all these things, you know. Right? Because I get realizing in Jamaica, a lot of people feed themselves a steady diet of English football and then don't pay attention to nothing else because they think English football is just, that's all that matters. They pay attention to all type of football. Right? So Israel played them World Cup qualifiers in Europe. And I was not talking about it yesterday. Australia didn't move off their own and go to Asia, you know. Is FIFA moved them, you know?
Yes.
Because they were qualified. The record for goals scored.
Yeah, but it made no sense for them to stay
in a World Cup qualifier is 30-0.
Mm-hmm. It made no sense for them to stay.
Australia have that record. We didn't give Samoa 30-0.
Yes.
All right. So here's my suggestion now. Maybe this country should have. So that is the reason why I think somebody should bail them out.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't like them do anything wrong or bad as far as me know. But if them do something bad, somebody can call in and say it. Because I don't know everything.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Now, if the only crime that in some people's mind when them commit, or the only bad thing about them is that them have just a little over 50,000 people. That is it for them to not play international football. How do we not know that there's another Maradona down there somewhere? How do we know? Or another Pele or another whatever down there somewhere. And if he's down there, then ability without opportunity is of little or no use. So if he has the ability, then he should get the opportunity. Do any of you two gentlemen disagree with that?
They go and play for Denmark if they have that ability.
All right. So if him go Denmark, make him go Denmark. Right? Because this thing about politics is the thing is really for them traditions and them cultural practices, you know.
Yes.
Is that for Denmark, you know? So guess what? Let's say what about now if maybe them should write to Oceania. Because Oceania is the weakest country. And write to Oceania then and ask FIFA to write to FIFA and Oceania and ask them to put us in the Oceania group and make a player from the Oceania group then.
All right.
Just them weak and we weak.
Yeah.
I don't think it's fair if you have the people and them just cannot play football.
And they want to.
What?
And they want to.
Why? What them do that them can't play? Why they shut them out?
All right. Maybe they don't. I'm going to read up on the reasons given by.
Here.
I'm going to read up on the reasons given by UEFA.
I mean, hear about it, and I never till when the guy call in and said,
hey, but Bill
Orville,
if historically Faroe Islands have beat you up badly, you're really horribly football in them about.
But even so be the case, can get a little better as time goes on, Zidane.
All right.
If you're not playing no football, you can't get better.
All right.
But if you play like a footballer and I get beaten, it's like I talk about draft. You get 6-0. You get 6-0, then after a while the man can't give you 6, you draw 2 games with him, it'll get a little bit better.
All right.
I know what you mean.
Yeah, man. All right.
Don't agree with this. It coming like when people are free upon weekend. I don't like it.
All right, below average.
Leave it there below average.
Big up yourself.
Are you ready for something mega? Spend $6,500 or more before GCT. Drop your entry in the box and you can win a 2025 Hyundai Tucson. It's the Mega Wheels 2 promotion. April 5th to September 28th. Second prize, a $50,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Third prize, a $30,000 shopping spree every month for a year. Brought to you by Hyundai, Red Stripe, Heineken, True Milk, Brinks, Walker's Wood, Downing, CPJ Daiquiri, and Carryburst Juice Concentrate. Only at Megamart. Locations island-wide. Megamart, best value by far. Authorized under Section 58.3 of the Rating Gaming and Lotteries Act.
Tracy, who you go give on now?
You're too fast. Hey, me I got your text now for buy up my sugar bun, wine slice, bulla, coffee strip, and marble cake, plus some raisin bread, banana cake, and the best rock cake for the pitney them.
Me can't get some?
No. Go buy your own. Hey!
Jotex Bakery. Visit 20 Gold Street, Kingston, or call 922-5768. Open Monday to Saturday, 8 a.m. to 7 p.m. Delivery island-wide. Jotex Bakery. So nice, so right.
Conditions apply.
Munchy, munchy, tasty munchy, delicious munchy for the whole family. Munchy, munchy, crispy and crunchy. Don't be grumpy, grab a munchy.
Munch into happiness with the #1 original milk shortcake biscuit, Munchie. Try the tasty Hawaiian coconut, ginger munchie, crunchy lemon puff munchie, or the milky munchie. A Munchie family is a happy family. Munchie, the original milk shortcake with original taste. Grab a Munchie today.
Jamaica! It's time for Make a Move with Jamaica Moves. The Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition is here. 8 challenges, 8 months, 1 healthier workforce. Brought to you by the Ministry of Health and Wellness. This national movement pushes companies to compete, connect, transform your workplace 1 challenge at a time. Launch date Thursday, June 19, 2025. Register your company online at moh.gov.jm and lock in your spot. The Jamaica Moves Corporate Wellness Challenge 8x8 edition. Creating healthier workplaces for a healthier Jamaica.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, welcome back. Yeah. Welcome back. Final half an hour. All right, we go back to the phone lines.
Hello.
Hello, good afternoon here, Salty.
Oh, Salty, man. Good afternoon, Salty.
Yeah, man, we have a car on the Liverpool argument, huh?
Yeah.
With my guy Trent. But first of all, me the man from the club me support still for a long time.
Yes.
So me know say them think they are business, so me not really attach myself to no players. And players come and players go.
Mm-hmm.
See, but me just I support Liverpool. Same way. No matter who they are.
Yes.
So me a long time supporter still. Me I make Baxwood know that. Him supposed to know that from way in the early 80s. You know what I mean? Ups and downs and everything. But Liverpool our thing. You see the thing with Trent. The thing that makes the Trent thing bad. The thing that makes the Trent thing bad is that Liverpool all through the years, them always want a scouser, them call them a scouser in the team. Them have one song where them sing about he's the scouser in the team.
Yeah.
He's the scouser in the team. So Trent and Curtis Jones were the 2 scousers in the team. Homegrown people. So I wanna feed them people that. I wanna somebody will come from down the road, right?
Yes.
A film club that I bet so in there where himself and him a little boy used to climb up on the jump, they pan them and look over the fence and the man them a train. And them thing there. So a theme team this, right? A theme yard team this. Like a man come from Tivoli and Tivoli Gardens and team.
Yes.
So what the people must say? He knows him not gonna leave because this is not something new. Other players have done it before.
Yes.
What them know say them have to leave, them tell the man them say me have to leave next year. Now I sign a contract with you, you put a either you put a release clause in there or you allow me next year to leave for this amount of money.
Yes.
And so the club can get some money in return.
Yes.
Where them can reinvest in other players.
Yes, indeed.
And he's a scouser in the team, a team.
Yeah,
he would have want to help in team.
Of course. Yes, I agree with the caller.
So he does not know any other player, and he does not Luis Diaz who come from Colombia and them things.
Exactly.
You know?
6 years old.
In the team.
6 years old, where they from?
It's like an Argentinian down a Boca Juniors, your team this way you go up down the road from. So you don't think for them man would have want to help them team.
Yeah.
Them do it to South America too. When them want to come to Europe, them sign contract and make them South American team get bigger money to them transfer when them are leave come to Europe. So that is why the people don't really have a problem with him leaving, you know. The people have a problem with that he knew he was going to leave. He could have done this and he could have come. Remember, so the man have to balance the books, you know.
Yes, as
buy players, them have to sell players and buy players, them have to show so them have this amount of revenue coming in and compared to what them spending and stuff. So if them like how them buy this ball here for 100 million plus 16 million adds on, if them did sell Trent, that could have been like maybe them could have get to a 70 theme. That could have balanced what the books around there, so help balance what the books around there, so.
Yeah.
But them get nothing. Them get nothing. And him know he was going to leave. That wouldn't mean them wouldn't stop him from leaving. When him did sign a contract and leave the next year too.
Of course.
Luis Suarez.
Of course.
You remember when he would have the contract where say 45 million and Arsenal build the 45 million plus $1. And Liverpool say we're not selling. And then them selling the next year to a whole for money to Barca.
Exactly. Yeah, man. And he was not a scouser, eh?
Right. So it's not that because he leave, you know. Because him can leave. It's not a team and he could have do something to help the team.
Yeah, just like we helped him for many, many years when he was a little boy and a nobody, really.
Right. So I know box would have said Liverpool make money off of him. But him gain too by being at Liverpool.
Yes, I get him.
Coach him up from him at 6-year-old.
Let me understand something. This thing that I'm hearing that Liverpool actually benefited £10 million from Real. How is that?
You want to explain something or you want me to take it?
All right.
Yeah.
What happened is his contract. His contract, all of the players who have contract who end this year, the final date of them contract is June 30th. That's when all them players become free agents. But Real Madrid want Trent to come play in the Club World Cup that start this weekend.
Right.
And that is obviously before June 30th. Well, up until June 30th, he would remain a Liverpool player.
Yes.
So Liverpool will say, all right, if you want him, you have to give him some money.
Yes, compensation.
And they want him to play, so they agree to pay the 10 million so he can leave his contract early, so he can play in the Club World Cup.
Yeah.
That's the 10 million.
So
the thing about it now is that him not help the man and get the money. Him not help the man and get money, and he knew he was going to leave all this time.
Yeah.
Because I was seeing a thing one time that Real Madrid have a specific person. I forget his name. George, I think his name is George something or another. That them assign this guy. He goes around Europe and him approach players 2 years from before him contract got done. And them try to convince these players to run down their contracts. And then come to Real Madrid and they will get the signing bonuses. So so two people out of that deal now, Real Madrid will end up. The signing bonus for them pay the player would be less than a transfer fee that they would have to go pay a club if the guy did have a contract.
Yes.
And the player get the signing bonus. So the two of them two set of people they make money, but the club where them are come from, they get the money.
Yeah, man, he did that thing, man. So
this is like
he help himself and help Real Madrid. That's exactly what he did. And the people in Liverpool are saying
he end up help Real Madrid, but not help Liverpool.
Exactly.
So it's the same thing Mbappe do last year with. I remember the same drag out thing that go on with Mbappe too, you know. Because him already know him was going Real Madrid. And then the report say Mbappe get 150 million signing bonus payable over 5 years. That are different from his salary, you know.
Yes.
But if he did sign on contract with PSG, they would have probably have to pay 200 million to him, euros.
Yes.
So Real Madrid probably see about 100 million for a while to the cost with him transfer. And him get 150 million sign now, he wouldn't get.
Mm-hmm.
I see him thing with Trent.
Yes.
So we don't Trent now get 150 million still. But he obviously get something healthy.
Yes, indeed.
And him knows him I get it from a long time. So all the whole 2 years
Yes.
also him just he might deceive the people and that's why people them say him a snake.
Yeah.
And him not him come and attack Spanish yesterday. I know wrong me I try to learn Spanish, brother.
Yeah, man.
Buy CD.
Yeah, man. Once the initiation, listen us out. It's clear that they spoke to him long ago, and the plan was for him to say, listen, I learn some Spanish and all of that. So all of that was put in
a long
place.
time I learn Spanish. So all along him had deceived the people. Now the club could have said, all right, him now sign for selling, but they never do that because they wanted it.
They could have done, because the rumors have been going around for 2 years as well. So they could have just sold him to somewhere else, you know.
Yeah, but them decide, so they want him to stay, so them think at some point they would have convinced him. But in really, I remember, indeed for the sign-on bonus, man.
Yes.
And it's a Real Madrid tactic now with what the brother name of Chelsea, the centre half there. Rudiger.
Yes.
He did do the same thing. You know.
So they are prepared to wait it out. Real Madrid is prepared to wait it out to get you on the cheap, you know.
Alaba, they do the same thing at Bayern, you know. And end up there, you know.
Yeah.
So all them getting all these players on free, but it's not really free. Them say it's free.
It's cheaper.
But the only thing it's free of is that them don't pay a transfer
fee.
But them play the
less than that they would have paid for the transfer.
Agent, them play them a sign-on bonus.
Yeah, man.
But still less than it would cost them to get out a transfer.
Yes.
That's what them do. So in that sense, but to tell you the truth now, when them say I'm a snake, you know that him, they say, yeah, I'm a snake because I'm a hometown boy. But to tell you the truth now, as a business, even though I would agree with the man and say I'm a snake, if it was me,
you'd be a snake.
My son.
You'd be a snake as well.
I would advise my son to go ahead and do it. Because what you are getting here is generational wealth. For you and your family and your children and your children's children. So, if it was me, I would advise my children to do the same thing. But I understand why the people say he's a snake.
Yeah.
It's just what it is. Mm-hmm. But the sport is a business still. Mm-hmm. And then we have to just accept that. So it's a business. And then stop attach yourself to them individuals there so much and just accept it. It's just a business. So today I'm on there and next month I'm gone. But the club will still be there and you're straight for your club.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, All right.
Yeah, man. All right, Soti. Thanks for the call.
Yes.
All right. Big up yourself.
We're coming up to the final break. We have another report.
Yeah, I think.
Huh?
No, I think the next one is 4 o'clock.
Oh, the next one is 4.
Yes.
We'll take the break. We'll take our final break.
Munchie, tasty munchie, delicious munchie for the whole family. Munchie, crispy and crunchy. Don't be grumpy, grab a munchie.
Munch into happiness with the #1 original milk shortcake biscuit, Munchie. Try the tasty Hawaiian coconut, ginger munchie, crunchy lemon puff munchie, or the milky munchie. A munchie family is a happy family. Munchie, the original milk shortcake with original taste. Grab a munchie today.
For all your Honda Ridgeline parts in Kingston, call 326-7371 or 821-5232 now. We sell genuine shocks, power steering pumps, engine mount, fender liner, strut mount, front end parts, engine parts, electrical switches and sensors, and many, many more. Remember, we are your Honda Ridgeline parts dealer located in Kingston. Contact us at 326-371 or 821-5232 for more detail.
You're listening to Jamaica's first and #1 daytime sports calling show, The Sports Desk.
All right, indeed. Final segment of the program. 615-2841, 676-6968. We go back to the phone lines. Hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon, Senji.
Good day, gentlemen.
Yes.
Mrs. Orville and Zidane.
Yeah, man.
Unfortunately, I've missed most of your program today, but I've been listening in the last couple of minutes, and I heard my virgin, one of my favorite virgin.
Below average.
Below average, man.
Yes.
And he was on the Greenland thing.
Mm-hmm. By the way, somebody sent me what they said. UEFA said Greenland was unable to join UEFA because the governing body only admits countries recognized by the United Nations. That's the only reason they gave. CONCACAF doesn't have that requirement though, so CONCACAF doesn't have that sort of requirement. That's the reason why UEFA wasn't able to allow them.
United Nations.
Yes.
Okay, that's UN. All right.
Yes.
In his last line, I think Bill Harvard mentioned something about Greenland going to Oceania, I think, and all of that. But
that wouldn't be too far though to travel for games.
Exactly.
Yes.
Matter of fact, Greenland is the farthest place on the earth in the northern hemisphere. I mean, you have Antarctica up at the North Pole. Sorry, Arctic Circle here. Antarctica is South Pole.
Mm-hmm.
Greenland is the farthest you can go inhabited. Greenland more northerly than Alaska, man. Well, you used to Eskimos and all them things, the Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
Greenland is further than Alaska. Yes, Greenland is sort of closest to Northeast Canada.
Yes.
Matter of fact, old-time geography will tell you that actually Greenland, they talk about plate tectonics, is a break off of Canada,
Mm-hmm.
Just like how, if you look at Brazil, Zidane, it can tuck in right in West Africa there, Ghana, Nigeria, here or there.
Yes.
Plate tectonics, the separation, I think. Anyhow, but yes, Greenland is remote, man. And just like how, if you have Kingston clubs in football, they don't want to travel to Mobile regularly.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It's expensive and all of that. So if you talk about the strict distance, remember most of northern Canada remote, So though Greenland is near to northern Canada, it is, you have Greenland, then you have Europe, and the countries in Europe, west coast of Europe there, are effectively same distance from as Toronto also, are even nearer than Toronto to Greenland.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Places like France, Denmark, even UK itself, England itself, Ireland, Portugal, Spain, Norway, Sweden. Then Greenland is closest to all of them countries. They call them on the western side of Europe. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So them are the best people for accommodate Greenland.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Because to go from Greenland, you have to go through Canada, then you reach US. Imagine Jamaicans to go way up at Greenland. Come on. You know what I mean? Go pretty much. So, yes, Europe are the best place to accommodate them.
Yes.
They're best accommodated by Europe. And as I said, they're close to in culture to places like Denmark and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a matter of geography. They're remote, very remote. Matter of fact, one of the things we learn, one of the earliest things we learn in geography at Jago is that don't be fooled by the name. Greenland is far colder than Iceland. You see what I mean?
Yes. Yeah,
so when I say Iceland, you think Iceland colder, but actually Iceland is more green than Greenland. Because Iceland is actually just Silk South. Iceland is between Greenland and England.
Yes.
So you have to leave England, going north to reach Iceland before you reach Greenland. So yes, everybody afraid of going way up there. So, just the transport cost alone.
All right.
Much less the weather. So that's the main reason why people start to refrain from accommodating Greenland. If them did central and thing, more people would be accommodative of them.
Mm-hmm.
But it's really a remote place.
Yes.
So that's the basic thing. And another line, as I said, I missed a little of the program, but I was going to send out a little word to the Jamaica Cricket Association. Because I heard they were considering sanctioning my club for not taking a field, up in Santander, Ocho so much over the weekend.
I was at the game, man.
Yeah, man. I was actually watching a YouTube thing, and you were the commentator on the YouTube thing. I was watching the feed. I was watching.
Brilliant commentary, eh?
You were good. You were okay. Not brilliant, but we become was desperate to know what go on.
Okay.
So them say, boy, first what they get changed. But yeah, when a man tell you that him can't take the field,
yeah.
Even if you know him lying, there's absolutely nothing, zero, you can do about it.
There's a story about Carlos Brown that you probably don't know. While he was batting, him get a serious lick in him head now.
I think I did see that in America. Did I see that?
When him stroke a ball to the bowler. I know when you stroke a ball to the bowler and
the bowler threw it back.
The bowler threw it back and while he was kind of diving to increase the ball, lick him in him head black flush.
I think I might have seen that,
So for a while we were wondering if he was going to continue to bat at all.
Yes, and I think that
and then as the game was coming to an end now, him start feel headaches from that blow they were him get. As for Javier Royal,
people like Vittel, Vittel is a youth susceptible to the heat.
No, me only tell you about them two. So think they did get a lick in him head. Seriously, because when the bowler try to run you out and a serious lick. That's Carlos. So he got hit in the back of the head from when he was batting.
Yes.
And by the second day, he was feeling the effects of that lick there. So that.
Yes, man.
As for the other one more who come off, that's Javier Royal. Him ankle him did swell up and thing. There are a couple of the others where he couldn't take the field though.
Yes.
Let's say you could put a question.
I think I saw the incident with Brown.
Yeah.
Almost I saw it. But, it's a good match, but as I said, there are some things in life we just have to take it for what the person says. You know what I mean? There is nothing you can do. There's absolutely no sanction you can take. It's when it comes to illness. People talk about like a certificate, a doctor certificate. That is for prolonged illness, Like if you're going to absent for a prolonged period, like after 3 days and all of that. But
you're talking about it from a legal point of view.
Well, yes, but because you can't prove otherwise, you know what I mean? Yeah. Mm-hmm. You'd never be able to prove otherwise.
Never.
If you want him sick, you absolutely cannot prove. If he's gonna say him sick for 3 days, then he have to come in with a doctor certificate. Doctor will have to sanction that.
Yes.
Verify that. But in a matter of a 20-minute thing or a half an hour.
Yeah, man, a headache can attack you in a 10
While I was there, here's the part that bothers me a little bit. The cricket rule, clearly there was nothing more in the game. Catherine did make 203. And by tea time, Kensington were like 330 at for like 8.
Right.
So them are lead by 100 and not done. There is no way them
you couldn't bowl them out and go put up
a thing after tea again. And the wicket was not half a much.
Yeah.
Neither captain wanted to play. But the rules of cricket say you can only the two captains can only meet I think in the final hour. That's a rubbish, my boy.
Well, that all of that will arise out of the match fixing episodes where maybe 20 years ago,
If the two captains come together and say no result in this, well, I suppose you have spectators and thing, but
yeah, and that's more to guard against match fixing than anything else, because people will concoct matches and all of that.
Listen,
but
yes, when it's St. Catherine man, them said they now come back out. Me was very happy.
Yeah. But people, we must recognize though that I mean, and cricket is not a play game, man.
Yeah, well.
I mean, that liquor ball, it's 5.5 ounces. It's very small. It's tough. It can go. I had a serious injury from cricket, so I mean.
No man, Carlos, you get licking him head. Serious licking him head back, and I was there when the medics. I said, brother, you don't take back that feeder. So in Carlos Brown's case, he was well vindicated.
Yes, right. So to the JCA and to people who are talking about, sanctions, possible sanction, all of that.
Yeah.
Let's not,
Well, I want to tell you something. The two contracted players from Catherine, Carlos and Raya, they had what you would say legitimate reasons. Yeah. But you say if they didn't, and them just say head hurt them, I don't know. I don't know if the JCA would take it kindly, as them two contracted play.
Okay, yeah.
You get the difference?
Yeah.
But the other band them free catching are not contracted to JCA. But JCA, I think, would say, we are paying enough to play cricket, you know, brother.
Well, again, I say congrats to Kensington, you know, but the dismissal of St. Catching number 3 in the first innings, you know.
Who that again?
Remember, Ivan Carlos carry score to about 80 for 1, you know.
And a Canary attack.
Yeah, man, Lewis,
Lewis attack.
Yeah, man.
Yeah,
he got LBW, and to me, on the TV, the ball looked like it down the leg side.
He wasn't convinced he was out.
The man think him front foot was outside the leg stump.
Yeah, he was convinced that.
And him start to protest the thing on the field too, you know. Him take a long time before him leave the field.
Yeah.
This is where the match really went astray, you know.
Yeah, but I don't think Log complained heartily when he was given out for Kensington as well, and a lot of people tell me same get an inside edge on the ball, get him out.
Log.
Leroy Log, that the big bat for Kenny as well. So you
well, I think the St. Catching batting really centered on Carlos and Lewis, you know.
Yeah, well.
So that was a big thing. But straight though.
Yeah, man.
Easy.
All right. Is there one last one that we need to squeeze? No. All right. So I guess we can wrap it up here then, Mr. Hoyt. So you can line up your break for your next report at 4 over there at the prep championship. All right. So that is it. Big up to all the callers. Big up to all the listeners. Big up to Miss Marian. She was in the technical chair at one point. Big up to Oster Hoyt, who was there as well. And hopefully you all have a wonderful. That is over the weekend. Oh, Jamaica play on Monday. So we don't have much to look at over. Well, Mexico, they begin the World Cup on the weekend. If the riots settle down, because I'm understanding that I was reading recently that there are some issues and the Saturday start may be affected by the riots going on over there in America, mainly because of Trump and his foolishness. But remember, we're drawing closer to June 28th, people. Remember, competition, if you enter a side, 15,000 to enter. If your team comes and they win, but the same team will come win it, 300,000 Jamaican dollars and 2 bottles of Hennessy's. That's the winner. Winner takes all. If you don't have no football, you can still come, watch some football, spend some money with Zidane at the bar. June 28th. It's the road, top of the road where the Duhaney Park Primary School is on. So when you come into Duhaney Park, Duhaney Park Primary School is the first right after you pass the police station. You come straight up on that road and you can't miss obviously the cars and the crowd will be there and all of that. All right, so June 28th, Duhaney Park, Cadwell Football Field. All right, join us Monday in the same place, same time. Do it all over again. Until then, have yourselves a wonderful evening.
That's the sports desk for today.